What's up, honey love? What's up, girl? What's up, love, honey love? I see you. What you doing, Red Sonya? What's up, Sonya? Fat Mama Sonya. What's up, Fat Mama Sonya? What's up, Fat Mama Sonya? What's up, Mayday? Lord Mayday. What's up, boy? What's up, Lord Mayday? What's up, my boy Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? What you say, Doc? It's my big boy, Doc. What you say? All right. Welcome back, y'all, to another week, another episode of Game Dog Talk. And you know we got the panel. Everybody not here yet, but we have the legendary schoolboy, Mr. Richard Garcia. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good, thanks. Welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome to the panel that's here now, and hopefully the others chime in. Rasta Man is the man.
Yes, sir. We got the legendary Rastaman Boone. How you doing today, brother?
What's up? Them calling Truth and Right 78 Sports Schoolboy Action to the maximum.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Big
sir.
up the channel. Big up all the brothers and sisters out there in our world. I be hearing back from a lot of folks, you know, and man, I'm telling you, it's amazing, Kevin, how many people you touching in the different countries.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, I was on the phone for a while earlier with Mr. Bob Finley, man. He really enjoyed the interview, man. He liked the feedback he got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is great.
I'm gonna send him a link to watch the show. He wanna watch the show.
Nice.
Send him a link. But how you been doing, schoolboy?
Good. Just staying busy, like always. Trying to put a bunch of videos up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You're doing a good job over there. You know, what about you, Rasta man? How you been?
I've been okay, man. Just this weather, man. It's hard to predict how the next day gonna be, but there's been some nice days, then there's been some rainy days, there's been some cold days, and then there's been some pretty nice, you know. So this weather is something, but for the most part, all praises to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
Thankful to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We have the legendary, only in American Kennels, Brother Bakri in the building. How you doing today, sir?
Oh, I want to say peace and love to the good brothers, brother. I see Rasta Man, goddamn Boom Roots Rockin' Production. We got the legendary also Richard Garcia with the greatest, one of the greatest dogs of all times, and keeps, as a breeder.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. And we got the number one goddamn host in the goddamn nation. 78.
Man, much appreciated.
Agreed.
Much appreciated. Yes, sir.
Wow, much love.
Yes, sir. We got a few. How you been doing, Bach?
Oh, lovely, brother. Lovely. I'm look at the time that went past. I said, "Oh shit, it's already the time to hit up." We're not live. We're not live, right?
Yeah. Let me say this right quick.
Yeah, we're live. We're live.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, we live.
Yeah, Kevin is bringing back that old time groove. That groove that we grew up on. That rhythm, that nice, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right.
Give me that groove.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask before we get to the dog talk, man. Brother Bach, what you think about them Eagles and the Chiefs, man?
Well, I mean, I'm a Steelers fan, so I'm a little salty we ain't make it in there at the end. But as far as looking at the two that's there, of course, I mean, I don't know how good Mahomes' ankle will probably be pretty decent by next weekend. I got the Eagles pulling the motherfucker off, not because I'm from Philly either, because I don't even go with my hometown. I just think they more hungrier. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I think they're a little rougher too, to be honest.
Well, they pay attention to detail.
Yep, but that damn Andy Reid, by him having the Eagles, being a coach there and kind of knowing a lot, I don't know. It's going to be.
But listen, the last game, right? Let me just say this. See,
Right.
You know, the game's done changed so much, and people with different theories in the way they do things. But what the Eagles gonna do is what they did back in the day. It's a hit on Malone.
Right.
Okay. Watch what I tell you. He going out of there. Watch what I tell you.
I believe it too.
I told some people the last game with the 49ers, they said, man, you know, the quarterback. I said, let me tell you something. I said, it ain't even about playing no more. Right. It's about assignments. Do you understand your assignment? Your assignment is to take his ass out. And that's what they're going to have them head hunters. Watch what I tell you. They're going to tear his ass up. And I'm telling you, they're going to hit him when he get rid of the ball.
Right.
Right. They're going to take the penalty and just get him out the game.
Hey.
To beat him, you have to take Mahomes out. If you don't get Mahomes out there, if you don't get him out the game, then, you know, he got an arm. He's a rifleman. You know what I mean? So to keep from having that effect, light his ass up. That's what they're going to do the whole game. And I guarantee you, Philly going to pull it up.
Yeah.
That's what the Saints did.
Yeah, I believe the same thing, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. See, there ain't no more play. You know, it ain't no more we friends and shit. This is about the Super Bowl. It ain't fuck all everything else out the window.
Right.
It's war right here, buddy. Hey, it might be some penalties and all that shit.
Right.
Might be some, you know what I mean? This for the gusto, you know?
Right. Ain't no next week. You know what
I'm saying? Ain't no more. So whatever your assignment is, motherfucker, you better live and die by it. But, you know, like Buddy Ryan and, you know, Buddy Ryan, you know, he said, hey.
He sent him in.
Get him out of there. And I mean, now.
That's right.
All right.
I'm sorry, man. Didn't mean to say that.
No, you was right. I feel the same.
Yeah. That's that bounty. That's what they did to Brett Favre. The same thing to Brett Favre when he was in Minnesota. I was mad at the motherfucker. I lost so much money. The motherfucker hitting that man after it was fucking Brett Favre up, man.
Right.
Hey, that was the assignment. That was the assignment, brother.
Yeah, that was the assignment.
Hey, and they gonna do the same thing to Mahomes. He gonna throw the ball, and the mother gonna come from nowhere. Wham! Ralph, did you see that? No, what it do?
Right.
Hey, the bad part about it is he got a bum ankle too, you know.
Yeah, he got a bad ankle. They're gonna come after him.
Yeah. Oh, bruh, that's the only way they're gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
If they leave Mahomes in the game with his arm, he has a chance.
Right.
You know, he has a chance. But boy, if they stretch his ass out, I don't know what they're gonna look like. The 49ers.
All right. Let me go. Go ahead, Brock.
No, I'm gonna just say last but least, and then what made me pick the Eagles is just because Bosa, he wanted to really dictate how everything was gonna go in that moment. He was getting there, but the Hurts wasn't really bothered by the rush that was coming back there. So it ain't gonna be no more different than a rush with Kansas City. Matter of fact, Kansas City defense not as good as 49ers. So that's why I think the Eagles make out a little better, you know.
Right.
It's gonna be a hard hitting, bro.
It's gonna be a good game, though. It's gonna be a close one.
They gonna be hitting hard. Watch what I tell you. It's for all the marbles. It's for all the marbles now, man. Everything you done learn, everything you know, you got to go get it now. And but I want Philly to pull it out. But go ahead, Cal. Let's roll.
All right. So we got the first question.
You want to do a roll call?
Yes, sir. Let me do the roll call real quick. Let me shout out to the people that's in the building. Let me scroll up here. Let me see here. There's a lot of jokers up in here today, boy. Let me get here. We got Arrowhead Kendall's in the building. What's up, man? Jocko, Linwood Johnson, C. Rich, Dirt Road Kennels. Miami,
Third Road.
yeah, Miami Snoopy 305. Salute.
All right.
Hunt Curve Kennels. Yes, sir. Dreadlock in the building. Tony
Dreadlock.
Hugo. Live
Hugo.
Like Real. Salute to the homie.
All right.
Jerome Washington. Wicked Kennels.
Wicked.
All right, bro.
Emmanuel Goss. Double M. That's
all right.
Despo.
Double M.
Let me see here. Outlaw Texas Kennels.
Texas Outlaw.
Nation's Best Kennels. COLBY 500 Kennels.
What?
We got Kingdom Kennels.
Kingdom? Oh man, that's my dude right there.
Yeah. Larry Willis.
Larry Willis.
Boris Baker. Dead
Wait,
Game.
What'd he say, Bob? What'd he say? What'd he say,
You
Bob?
heard it.
What'd he say?
Yeah, he said Dead Game.
Big the name up.
Yeah, so
that's right.
Then we got main event Mark, the homie in the building.
Oh man, that's the main event. Shit, it's over now.
Rack City. Salute to Rack City.
Rack City.
All right, Rack City.
Fat Farm Ray.
Fat Farm.
Doran Zillars.
Doran Zillars. Schoolboy Dogs.
Yes, sir. Welsh Kennels Combine.
There you go. The man with the best worm medicine in the business. Got my whole yard look good. Y'all better get that. Let me just, but if we can stop for a quick second. Listen, I ain't making, I just told somebody I got some hot heifer and I got 3 drinks and not the downer. Ain't none of my bitches came in heat. I done gave it to them. We didn't even ate the pussy. I damn self to try to bring the bitch in with the fucking shit. Ain't came in. God damn it. We went and used, he told me, put this motherfucking flush on your dogs. Man, all my damn dogs, like they increased their weight 1 week, 2 pounds apiece. Fucking hair, fucking bodies look like new. Yo, that's just like miracle shit. Get that fucking flush from Welsh and your yard will look brand motherfucking new. I'm telling you. I'm not going. We just ordered with him. We just ordered with him today for more of it.
Hey, just what is the product? Tell the people what it is.
He is a flush herbal joint. He got all natural. He made up and it killed all the worms and parasites, all type of shit in the dog. Man, them bitches look brand new after you use them.
So how can we get in touch with our brother? Because
He right here.
Oh, okay. But tell the brother to put his information or give it to us.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you when we get off the show.
Let's put it out to the world, man. It's about brothers. It's about brothers,
he can write it up here. He can put it up there, right there. He can put it on the up there for every. Trust me, yo. I'm not doing this shit being fake. I'll be the first to say the shit's bullshit. I wouldn't say it on air.
I seen your dog, man. I seen how your dog looked, and when I seen that picture, I said, "Damn." Damn, it must be the island vibe. It must be the island vibe, but it ain't.
Him, bro. Hey, he's sending me some shit here, coming here. He's sending me a package. Hey, his shit is the truth, bro. Trust me, y'all. Everybody up here who got dogs, hit him up. Trust me, you won't believe what that shit do to your dogs, man.
Yeah.
Salute,
we got
to Welsh Combine Kennels for that.
Okay.
Vernon Starr. Let's see here. Make sure we got a lot of people here. Can't read everybody, but salute to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all being up in here. I see you, Soul Power Gamed Up Kennels. Salute to everybody that's in the building.
Right. Salute.
Let's get to the first question of the day. First question we got is an interesting one. It says, question for the panel. Historically, if you owned a grand champion male, but he hadn't produced any winners in 3 breedings, yet his littermate brother produced great on your yard, do you think it's wrong to sell the puppies under the grand champion papers if that's what the buyer wants? I'll start with you, Mr. Garcia.
Yeah, it's wrong. You faking papers. if he's saying, the brother's the one that produced, but they want the grand champion's name on there to make it look better because it's grand champion. Yeah, that's wrong. We talk about it all the time. Who the fuck does that?
Right.
Excuse my French. You know,
Right.
why not give the credit to the brother? He deserves it. That don't make him any less dog because as far as breeding goes, because his brother's the grand champion and he's not. So that's short and sweet. Yeah, it's wrong. Don't do it.
Yes, sir. What about you, Rasta man? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, what Schoolboy is saying is right, but let's look at the history of the dogs. How many times that has been done?
Oh, a lot.
Not just by anybody, but the people we praise and we look up to. So, I ain't saying, let me just say this. You can easily say grand champion. Well, I bought a dog. I bought two dogs off of Jeep and Whitey. Even though they wasn't off of Blondie, but they was off of Jeep. And Jeep produced her, and he produced a whole lot of other dogs. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
But a lot of stuff done went on in these dogs. And so don't be blind to it. But I ain't gonna say do it. You can just say, brother, a grand champion such and such produced the animals. He produced better than his brother. I mean, that's been going on for years, man. Not only in dogs, in humans. You know, you got some families, they don't produce some hell of athletes, and then you got some families, got some kids that played and they was okay. But that don't mean they less than. We still have the same love for all of them, no matter how good or how bad they play. So it's but you do what's right.
I don't have the same love.
Yeah. Hey, Schoolboy said he don't, y'all. So y'all, at least see that's what I'm saying. See how, man, I love my panel. Everybody honest about what they think.
Yeah.
No bullshit. Hey,
and that's I'm gonna tell y'all something though, and I hope y'all doing the same thing. I've been watching different commentators and different sets to see how they interact with one another. And, and I'm like, damn, so that's what's going on with us. And I ain't even know it.
You're right.
I said, I'm looking at all this shit and I'm like, damn, I said, that's what we doing.
That's us.
Yeah, that's us, man. So, and I'm loving it, and I hope the people love it. And let's keep moving, bro. Go ahead to the next.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the building, hit that thumbs up.
Yeah, hit that thumbs up.
Likes in the building. Brother Bach.
Sure.
Let me read the question to you again, Brother Bach, unless you remember it. Question is.
Yeah, I got it, brother.
Okay,
I'm good.
Ahead,
I got it. Okay, but first and foremost, again, what they say, what you don't know won't hurt you. Let's go there first and foremost. What you don't know won't hurt you. So how the fuck somebody gonna know anyway? Really? I mean, if I put my dick in the goddamn dog's pussy and puppies come out kill her, you gonna give a fuck who really fucked the bitch? You got hell of a puppies out there, don't you? What difference it make? What difference is you gonna be until somebody they got mad with me and said, Bob, really the father of them, he the papa of them fucking puppies, man. He fucked the bitch. It ain't all for so and so. You still at the end of the day gonna say, well, he might, I don't know who fucked it, but this shit I got off is winning. At the end of the day, dude, is who the fuck cares? Was it all for the grand champion off his brother? The blood's the blood regardless. It's just that the blood off the grand champion ain't producing shit. But if you like the way the fucking grand champion's bred, and if it's on your fucking paperwork showing grand champion, what get me, right, is I live in a world that's realistic. I don't try to live in a motherfucker that's not unrealistic, meaning that every fucking body's honest. It ain't a whole lot of honest motherfuckers in the world. So why you want to be an honest aid motherfucker and everybody around you the fucking liar? I mean, that just don't make no sense to me. So I'm looking for you to fuck me from the door. That way I'm not gonna be hurt from it when it happens. And if anything good come out of the goddamn breeding and is really successful, do you think I give a fuck about who the real dad is of that motherfucker? No, I don't. Man, I appreciate that motherfucking dog, man. That bad motherfucker. Hey, let me know when you got some more of those. Whatever the fuck they are. Okay?
Hey, don't tell me.
But I'm saying, you just heard me say what you don't know.
But that's the thing, though. The question is, the guy said specifically at the end, he said, would you do it if that's what the buyer wants? So
correct.
If the guy is buying a dog from you and he knows you got these 2 dogs in your yard, but the champion, the grand champion, he wants the grand champion name on there, on the pedigree, but he knows and you know that the brother is the real father. Would you do it for the money?
Well, he didn't. It don't say that though, Kev. Excuse me, I didn't mean that. It didn't say. It didn't say that the person knows that. It says the owner of the grand champion knows that it hadn't thrown a winner in 3 breedings, right? So it doesn't know. It doesn't say the consumer knows that. It just knows the fucking owner knows it. But the owner knows that the brother is producing. You get what I'm saying? But so I didn't read it to say that the person, like, I just want the grand champion name on the papers, even though I know it's off to his brother. If I would have seen that, that would have been, I guess that would have been a different topic. But if you read it, it don't say that. Read it again. You won't see where it says the consumer.
He says, question for the panel. Historically, if you owned a grand champion male, but he hadn't produced any winners in 3 breedings, yet his littermate brother produced great on your yard, do you think it's wrong to sell the puppies under the grand champion papers if that's what the buyer wants?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that could be interpreted 2 different ways. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. See, if he wanted puppies, he said he wanted puppies off him.
Right.
And so he had some puppies and he told them they was off him.
Right.
Man, this been going on
from day one.
Okay, let's do this. How many years? We know what, over 100 and let's say 140 years. How many years can we go back? To say how many years that they've been breeding bulldogs? I mean, how many years?
All that time since they first brought in. Maybe some people say 1865. Some people say 1830. Some people say as early as 1810.
So I'm right at 100 and something. I'm right. Okay.
Yeah.
So now,
right.
Now think about this. Now let's be realistic for real. Okay. These people that favor and love their dogs, and then some like you have just wanted to breed and sell dogs. And then you had some that were showing dogs. You see, and so you got these different categories. And the ones that figure out they can make money, breeding and selling them, hell, they sell the hell out of them. They sell the shit out of them. I mean, as far as back I can remember when, as a young man, and people complain about a price of a dog today. They were selling dogs for $3,500, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000 in the 70s. These people act like that's a new price or something. No, they've been doing it.
That's why so many dogs are getting stolen.
They've been doing it. So, some people look at it as a cash cow. I mean, you know, let's tell the truth. Then you got the ones that breed them and want to show them. You know, different groups of people, man. So how many of them that turned out, even though this guy ain't never did one, ain't never did nothing but just breed them and sold them, and then he sold some good dogs.
Right.
Them dogs turn out. Okay. He said it was off Grand Champion, whatever. Like Bob said, who gives a fuck? Them motherfuckers.
It's the same blood, by the way. It's the same fucking breeding, same blood. It's just you just lucked out. They let you get the good one instead of the bad one. So who really took a loss here? Who took a loss?
Everybody want to be Maurice Carver. Next question.
Hey, let me ask. What's up? Welcome down, Ram. Big stepping in the building. What's up, bro?
Yo.
What's happening, Ram?
Hey, look, before we move, ask Ram that question. Ask Ram the question.
Yeah, I'm asking Ram. Ram, listen here. It don't matter what time I start the show. Ram gonna make his late interest every time.
It is always wanted.
Yeah, diva. Yeah.
That's what it is. Late
a
interest
super dumb deal on the 392 from my neighbor, so I had to go tear the goddamn ATM down to get that man that $500 for a fucking 2022 engine. Hell yeah, run it. All I gotta do is replace the fucking push rods in the heads. Run it.
What kind of engine is it?
392 off of 22 Challenger.
Oh, Challenger. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hey, Ram, I got a good question for you, man. Question is, it says, question for the panel. Historically, if you owned a grand champion male, but he hadn't produced any winners in 3 breedings, yet his littermate brother produced great on your yard, do you think it's wrong to sell the puppies under the grand champion papers if that's what the buyer wants?
If that's what the buyer wants, then shit, that motherfucker won. Because I tell the motherfucker, like, hey, this grand champ I got, he the goods in the pit, but his fucking production's ass. And the motherfucker still want that shit. Fucking, I don't know. If I fuck with you, I'll give you one off his brother, because I wouldn't want you to get no curve. Either way it go, though, motherfucker winning, you getting pup off a producer. That's what you want, because the grand champion already didn't fucking made his marriage. You ain't finna get no win off of him unless you buy him and do him again.
There you
Other
go.
than that, you getting a pup off of a producer, so you fucking winning. Shit, I wish I could get a pup off a known producer. I wouldn't be mad if one of these niggas lied to me and said it was off grand champion.
There you go.
I wouldn't be mad at all, especially if mine turned out to be a grand champ.
Yeah.
Which the one I really would have got off of him, off the grand champ didn't work. He'd be an asshole. I might be mad, man. Like, he gave me this curve.
How many motherfuckers in here mad that they woman ain't tell them they sucking their friend's dick? How many motherfuckers would be mad if she don't tell you that? Nobody. Okay, so if you don't want to hear that your friend's getting your dick sucked by your old lady, I don't think you're gonna give a fuck to hear her tell you a lie and say, hell no, I don't even like that motherfucker. Okay, so truth ain't always needed. Okay,
crazy,
all right,
man. You shouldn't have used that.
Where's the truth?
Yeah,
the truth is happening to somebody in this
tell me,
motherfucker.
damn it.
Hey,
I'm gonna suck my bitch right now.
Hey, all of them believe it ain't happening.
Hey, I only want to talk to you. I'm speaking from experience, Boone. I'm speaking from experience.
Yeah, listen, mine was
crazy.
OG crazy as hell.
I couldn't keep my motherfucking lady from lying. I was mad she lied to me because the truth of the motherfucker sent me to the same
Truth took you over the edge.
All the way over the fucking edge.
What you about to say, schoolboy?
What's that?
What you about to say, schoolboy?
I'll say mine wouldn't be around to tell nobody besides me.
Hell yeah. The secret dies with us.
Hey.
Right.
You die first.
The secret died with a lot of our partners. That's the problem. You know what I mean? Shit.
Fuck
I just say I'll have a whole bunch of raw out of nowhere in the freezer.
You have a whole bunch of raw.
Hell yeah.
I think that, from my opinion on that topic, I think that technically, theoretically, it's wrong to do it. But if I go to a breeder and I want puppies off a grand champion, like Ram used to say, dick meat sandwich. You know what I'm saying? This grand champion dick meat, whatever. I want puppies off of him. And the dude, he liked me. So he tell me, like, look, man, this motherfucker really ain't producing nothing. He was a beast in the box, but he ain't producing shit. His brother is the one that's producing the winners on the yard. Same blood. I'm going to give you one off of his brother if you want a winner. And I even fixed the paperwork for you to say it came off of the grand champion so it looked good. If he do that for me, personally, I don't give a fuck, because then I know the truth. So if I ever want to go back into the blood, I'm going to go back to the brother. But when I sell the puppies, motherfuckers want that grand champion shit on their paperwork so they can feel like they're doing some extra good shit. You know what I mean? Everybody want that bullshit on their hey, look, all the grand champions and champions in the pedigree. That's what they like. But in reality, I'm not going to say no names. Plenty of the big breeders today are doing exactly what this question says. And nobody knows it. Nobody don't even care. They just get their dog and they happy,
Hell yeah, they doing that and breeding pups that's 10 months old.
Yeah,
Man.
So you send your bitch out there to get bred and you hook them up to a puppy. Some shit you could have did on your yard, but that motherfucker already got a couple champs already. So,
Hey, this is why I say, when I first got into the game, and I was all excited about all that, everybody honest, man, good dudes, man. Then as I went on my journey, I figured out that it's a little different than what I thought in the beginning. And I've become to still appreciate the game, but also understand all the things that you see of the game. And that thing right there, breeding dogs, selling puppies, putting dogs in people's hands, that's been a major part of the game. Because without that, you wouldn't have a whole lot of these dogs. So you got to have these guys that breed them, you know what I mean? And have them, and you want to believe, like I said, you want to believe, whatever they say it is, that's what it is. But we all know that it's been a little different than what's been said, but still turn out to be good dogs.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Salute to Fred Gray in the super chat. Appreciate the love, man.
Fred Gray.
Fred.
Sir Scrooge in the super chat coming through with the 20-piece chicken nugget. Appreciate the love.
Didn't call him Scrooge.
He said, get the likes up. Salute to the panel. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Much love.
Thank you, Sir Scrooge.
Yeah,
Bah
I think
humbug.
I think a lot of them dogs, man, it's a lot of. Look, whenever I hear dog men talk about when they're very adamant that a dog wasn't bred a certain type of way, oh, he wasn't bred like that. Their pedigree ain't that way. No. You know what I know? They telling the truth, but they know because they got the inside information. So this stuff has been going on for years, since the inception. You know what I mean? It's been going on. So I think most dog men who actually do their dogs don't care. I think the people who really care the most are the people who plan on breeding and selling their dogs. I think they care because they want to know how to go back into the dog. They're going to sell the puppies. So they want their paperwork to look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And that's a tricky situation. You know what I'm saying? It's a tricky situation, but hey, salute to y'all. Thank you for your honesty. Let's see here. Another question we got here is Can the panel explain the levels of cur? We talked about this in the past. I encourage all you guys who watch the videos, please go back and listen to the live streams. I'm going to start putting the questions in the description so that y'all know, so y'all can stop repeating some of these questions. It says, can the panel explain the levels of curs? Did you treat all curs the same? Is a 2-hour cur the same as a 10-minute cur? Mr. Garcia, your thoughts.
The levels are basically terminology used to describe what happened, right? So you have pit game, you have desperately game, all that. Same thing with curs. Some quit in 10 minutes, some quit in 20 minutes. It all depends on the circumstance. Did I look at them all the same? Yeah, except I have more respect for a dog that gave everything he got and quit over time, whether it's a short time or a long time. A rank cur is just frowned upon, something that it don't get too hurt, it don't get too tired. That's just the way it was born. It doesn't mean that I treat them any less or any better. That's just me. So if they quit, I just didn't keep them. I wouldn't breed them.
Well, I just learned something. I was always taught, this is why it's good to talk to the OGs. I was always taught growing up that a rank cur was the best cur to have. I thought a rank cur was a cur that would quit while he was winning.
That's called quitting on top.
Yeah, that's part of it.
The word rank has different meanings depending on what sport per se, what you're talking about, right?
Right.
A rank bull is a good one, right? In bull riding, right? Or they say he's ranked. That's a good bull. That's not a bad one. In dogs, rank is just the worst of the worst. So,
all right.
So there's that.
Yeah, that's right. But I want to say something to that. See, you got dogs that are quick, fast, in a hurry. And then you got some, they'll go a while, and then they're clocked. And Bachman witnesses, now I don't witness it, I witnessed it a few times. But the bitch still won 5. And the thing I knew that she would break you up. She would break you up. And I knew if she got to you real good enough and you couldn't handle what she was doing, you going away from her. That's how she won the 5. But the other 3 that she lost with 2.5 hours, 3 hours. You know what I mean? So you got different, some like a rank one. I'm gonna say this. We in the hood, we had a dog. It wasn't mine, it was somebody else's dog, but his name was Smokey. But we knew if we put Smokey on your shit and he got on your muzzle, and you go to squirming and hollering, and most time back then you kind of talking to, oh man, you better pick your dog up and tell you, man, they tell your dog head out, man. And you can tell them on soft joke because he got his old lady with him. She said, Charlie, don't let him kill him.
Oh shit.
See that? Then you have some fall in this category, and I don't know what it is, but you have some dogs that if the dog comes to them, they'll fight. But you put them up to scratch, they won't scratch.
That's right.
So I don't know where that falls in the terminology or the type of dog. It's just a freak that does that,
And we'll kill your shit. And we'll
kill your shit. Yep. And you put them up to scratch, they won't scratch. But you scratch the dog back to them, they'll kill them again.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. Do what you think is right.
Yes, sir. Salute to all Latinos. Salute to Twin them in the building. Salute y'all.
They
Twins.
twins.
Yeah,
Salute to the goddamn going
Yeah.
yeah,
hard.
brother.
Twins say,
Going hard. Twins. To
Yeah,
the
we
max.
had a,
Yes, indeed. They got Tay Tay in here too. Y'all ain't shout
yeah,
out to the ladies.
I put Brian
Hey,
Tay Tay.
Yeah.
hey, is that song? Hold it, is that song? Is that song? I like the way you play. How she be saying that? You know.
Oh yeah, right.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Hey, Ram, you might well play that commercial right quick.
Y'all niggas ain't got no respect.
I'm gonna play it in a minute.
Dogs on the loose today, ain't you?
Hey,
Hey, but
Hard Kindles Reloaded says a cur that don't make the box is different than one that curs in the box. Salute.
okay.
Let me give you a.
Yeah, we had a good chat on Twin Show the other day. I really enjoyed it, man. Thank you guys for inviting me on again.
Oh,
Yes, sir. Let me go to you, Brother Bach. Can the panel explain the levels of cur? Do you treat all curs the same? Is the 2-hour cur the same as the 10-minute cur? In your opinion, Brother Bach?
no, I don't. I can't see treating all curs the same. Even though I've never bred to a dog quick, because I've done what I had to do, but I've never had a grand champion or a champion that might have curved out later that I might have had to think about that, because like I said, all of these motherfuckers got a certain amount of time that they can go, and they're not robots. Matter of fact, I had something on a post on my Facebook where I was telling the people that the quickest way to ruin a young dog is to take it to exhaustion. You can ruin a older one, a seasoned one as well, but basically, definitely a young one. And but when you talking about a dog that got a lot of goddamn box time, and you keep taking it out, I mean, eventually it ain't gonna go. So I mean, but has you stopped the motherfucker from going at his third or fourth or fifth instead of going for 7 or 8 or 9 and they quit then? I mean, I don't see how you can just take that motherfucker and, you know what I'm saying, cull him. Me personally, I can't, because I feel like at that point you done took him past something you already seen that he or she didn't have that much more in him. So me, I couldn't just and I'm gonna tell you some other shit. Like, and I've seen this and witnessed it and been a part of it. I went and picked up a dog from William Panic, may he rest in peace. He was a young motherfucker, put 2 to sleep in rolls. So I grabbed the motherfucker, I paid and got him. So a buddy of mine was like, damn, Bach, I know anytime you walk in a dog, that motherfucker have to be a killer. And I was like, well, believe it or not, he took 2 out, right? He was like, I would like to buy that motherfucker. I said, well, I don't really want to sell him. He said, shit, I give you 3 for him. I'm like, fuck it, he's yours. So I said, but check this out, man. He's not mentally there. Make a long story short, he got him, was loving him. So we was looking. So a buddy of mine asked me to pick up a dog who was off. It was a grandson of Rick Rude, and he just wanted the blood. So, you know, he asked me to peek at him. I looked at him, I said, couldn't even go 5 minutes with a fucking puppy. I was like, well, he definitely, I can't say how game he is, but we couldn't see 5 minutes. He can't breathe. And he was on a piece of shit pup. So the dude was with me who got the dog from. He was like, man, I don't even know how to take that shit home. So my man heard him on the phone. Was like, man, tell that motherfucker, fuck him. That same fucking dog he said ain't shit, tell him we'll go into him. I said, no, you don't want to use this motherfucker. And he was like, no, he said, Bach, and I'm going to use the motherfucker I just got from you. I said, but that dog is not ready. I said, okay, make a long story. He used that dog. I end up conditioning the motherfucker that really couldn't go 5 minutes. Went 45 minutes, his dog stopped. I told him, so after it was over with, he said, Bach, what should I do? I said, well, everybody in there going to say kill him, motherfucker, or call him, whatever you're going to want to call it. I said, I told you wasn't mature enough. He said, you know what what I would tell you? Put the bitch on the chain, leave him on there for a year. And I said, I got motherfucker $1,000 to $100. You could put anything on it, it's gonna fuck him up. He gonna fuck him up. Sure enough, and I got about 20 witnesses. Some of them might be in here. Sure enough, they did it a year later. He fucking beat 7 motherfuckers, killed everything, never stopped. So the thing is, the more to the story that I'm stating is, you can fucking do a young motherfucker and they not mature. They haven't matured. So you curved them out. But it really, they really ain't curved out. They just really wasn't even there to begin with. They were just doing shit because they had the natural ability to do shit. Even going back to Boone, he brought up a point. True, we was at that show together that night. Now I didn't want Boone to do that. He going in the Dog Man of the Year for motherfucking handsome ass purse back in the fucking 90, I think, and he went in the Dog Man of the Year Tito. He went into him with a fucking 14, 15, or 16-month-old dog against a champ 3 or 4 time winner. And Boone kicking his ass. It was all over. And Boone jumped up and his puppy got startled. And when the puppy came out of when she seen Boone jump up, well, the first thing she wanted to do was play with Boone. She left the dog alone. Then the dog who was about to jump the pit said, wait a minute, this bitch ain't on me. So then she goes and pecks at the young dog, and the young dog don't want to fight now. Okay, so Boone was able to take the same scenario, take that bitch back out and fucking won 4 matches with the bitch. But that night, she didn't give a fuck. She was immature. She just stopped. Didn't want to do it no more. But Boone knew that, so he took the bitch back out, championed the bitch out, won a whole lot of change on that bitch. You understand? So it's levels to these motherfuckers, and a lot of times it's not the damn dog's fault. I say it all the time. It's us, the people. We act like these motherfuckers is ready when we think they ready, and not when they showing us they ready. So yeah, I think it's levels to it. But at the end, the sad part is most of them go to the goddamn to the wood pile.
Right.
Whether it was their fault or our fault.
Good point. Good point, brother.
Yes,
That was a damn good point, bro.
yeah. I'm sitting back here like a kid in the candy store, man. This is beautiful. Walking down Ram, big stepping, man. Let me read. You got the question? You want me to reread it to you, brother?
Well, no, I got it. Shit, when I was on the field, motherfucker, I'd call anything. You could win and fucking not fucking complete your courtesy. Both of you motherfuckers is going home in the same goddamn transport. You feel me? But as I matured and shit, and especially when I got off the game and off the field and looking back, like I actually had some good ass curves. Like if I was more mature, I would have kept them for schooling type shit. Like I wouldn't have bred them, but them motherfuckers 25, 30 minutes stop watching them. Hell no, but that 25, 30 minutes was a motherfucker in schooling. Like them dogs would bring the cur out to the dogs. There was a little bit in there. So I was still, this is how I was raised. Nigga, I'm cut hard. You gotta go. You feel me? I ain't breeding you, I ain't feeding you. You've been evicted off your chain spot, homie. We're gonna neuter you and give you away. You feel me?
Yes,
That's how I was. Yeah, hard on the car. That's how I could spot them, though. I'm telling you. Let me see one in your truck. I'm gonna tell you, go and pay that forfeit, my nigga. I had so many curves, so many.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing, man. Because that's why I'm glad I'm not in the game, in the fast lane or anything like that. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Me, if I had a 2-hour cur that's up in there getting busy and he quit against some good dog, I would be too tempted to smash the gas on all the greenhorns with that cur. I'm whooping all the greenhorns' asses with that cur. Everybody that come around, all the dope boys that got some money. Oh yeah, I got something for you. I'm taking all your money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you got your dog? Oh, you got your dog? That's a good dog right there. Come on, see me next week. I'm smashing the gas on all the greenhorns.
You see, that's my thinking too. Like if it was one named Chief, I was schooling for my partner. Bad motherfucker, killer. 35 minutes, he out of there. He done. Give a fuck. He'd quit on top, right then a bitch. But had I been thinking like that, I'd have probably made 100 bands off that motherfucker, man.
Man, it's some suckers out here, man. Your boy got a whole lot of money, don't know what to do with it.
Hell yeah, I put that son of a bitch in shape and been a 45-minute man around this bitch.
I'm trying to tell you something, man. It's crazy. It's tempting, man. It's tempting. These some good questions, though. Another question we got here is question for the panel. How does the Eli blood get a bad rap when it's in damn near everything. Mr. Garcia, have you heard anything negative about Eli?
Yeah, it's the same as all other bloodlines. One thing with the Eli blood, it's everywhere. A lot of people have it. It's almost in every dog. Not in all of them, but at some point, somebody's going to stick Eli into something. And there's a reason for that. The good trait. Do they have bad traits, or can they have bad traits? Yeah. Do they always have them? No. Back in the day, they were known for quitting. They were known for being slow starters, being known for cold, being known for man biters, like that. That's just something. And if all the bloods were scrutinized that way, you'd find the same thing in everything else. Are they powerful, strong, hard bite, rough? Yeah, all that too. So you got to weigh the good with the bad, or trying to eliminate the bad as much as you can. And you can do that. I write about it. I talk about it all the time. I talk about the negative stuff, but I know people that have whole families of Eli that, they don't have those bad traits because they've been, for the most part, eliminated through breeding. I know one guy, heavily inbred Eli dog. His didn't bite people. A lot of them were game, dead game, if you want to say that. And I've seen them. When I say dead game, I mean they die, scratch and die, or try and scratch and die. So, and show extreme gameness, Other ones, and the reason I think is because they don't eliminate those dogs that have the bad traits. Because they're so impressive, they'll keep them even if they quit and breed them, and they can get good dogs off them or what. But there's a lot more Eli dogs than there are most any other bloodline, so they're going to get more scrutinized. But like I said, at the same time, there's a lot of good about them. I don't know anybody in my day that at some point they put Eli in their blood, or they got a dog that had Eli blood in it. So, you look at it like that, and as far as the bad traits, so what? Get rid of them. Don't use that dog if it's got it. Get something else. But if you like that blood, get the best of it as you can. And there was good stuff back in the day. A lot of good stuff. I went into a lot of them, and
right.
And a lot of people had it, and they beat some badass dogs, So there's that.
Yes, sir. Brother Bach, what's your take on it? Why do you think Eli blood gets a bad rap?
100,000% what my dear brother Richard just said. Same thing he said. What's funny though, right? And listen, you don't have people say all of what he just mentioned about some of them cold. They start a little later than the Red Boy or the Bolio type dogs and things of that nature, because it has a lot of truth to it. The thing is, if you've been to enough shows, you've seen Eli dogs go in that motherfucking win Best in Show and Red Boy shit quitting in 5 minutes. You've seen enough Red Boy shits go and goddamn win Best in Show, and a fucking Eli dog quit on scratch. And you done seen it all from both. I mean, you gonna have each one of them. They gonna be known. Like the first thing we say about Eli dogs, they known for mouth and they roughness, right? But it's been some Red Boy dogs I seen bit harder. Okay, so, and they supposed to have ear sucking, just barely can bite, so it's like anything else. All tall basketball players supposed to be a certain hunger. That motherfucker might be 3 inches. You can't just go by a fucking goddamn what a motherfucker say, man. Because each motherfucker's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So all of the fucking things that people say about a lot of shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I had to say that because I got a white girl friend, a friend of mine, and she fucked this particular basketball player, and he's known. I won't mention his name, but
I heard some same stories, bud.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? So she was very disappointed. But anyway,
you're right, Bob. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So when you thinking just because this would be what it's supposed, and you actually there and be like, what in the fuck? I thought this Red Boy dog couldn't bite. So you can't really underestimate anything. So if a person that got the Red Boy JOCKO or Bolio and say, well, I'm gonna go in here and I'm gonna just take this motherfucker into deep water and end up that fucking Eli dog went 3.5 hours with his ass and he fucking got killed or quit before the Eli dog.
Right.
So you just can't never ever say, and you know, but that's what made the dog game so fucking happy and loving, because everybody picking a side.
Right.
I fuck with the Red Boy Jocko. I don't fuck with Eli shit. I fuck with the Eli goddamn Carver. I don't want none of the other shit. Well, guess what? If we went and put a chalkboard of all the winners and losers, guess what? It's gonna be 50-50. Ain't nobody motherfucking winning with the main whatever hookup, because if that's the case, nobody would ever have the other shit.
Exactly.
Everybody would have the same blood. But you know what? You can't give a motherfucking Eli dog this a Red Boy Jocko and shit like different Red Boy BOLIO. They don't want none of that shit. You couldn't give it to them. Okay? And it's the same thing about me. I'm Eli Carver all day, every day. That is my bread and butter. I stick with it because it's been good to me. But will I say I can't get my ass kicked by another bloodline? I would never say nothing unrealistic there, because it's somebody out there for every fucking thing you bring. Everything. And it's not going to be the same family. So, you know, the number one thing Richard said, the number one thing he said is making sure whatever the fuck you using, that motherfucker has been motherfucking checked out. And that's it. The rest of it is you just going in the dark hoping you come home successful. Because ain't nobody guaranteed to come back a winner. You just not gonna fuck what blood you got.
Hey, brother Bach, 1 second. Roster man, I got you a special guest. Want to say hello. What's up, Brown Sugar Tay?
Well, hello, fellas.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, Tay, how you doing? There she is.
Hi. How are you guys?
Hey, I'm jamming. So in love.
Hello.
What you got going on? And let me.
Brown Sugar just wanted to come on here and say hello to everybody.
I just want to say
we
hi.
got a
How you
voice.
doing? Huh?
We got a voice with that face. Okay, lots of love. The voice sounds just as sexy as the face. We good to go.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so
Hey, man,
much.
get back to your doghouse, man.
Hey, listen, I'm going to put my
What you fellas up to?
Hey, listen, I'm putting my 3-piece suit on. I'm a suit on.
Oh,
I'm
Lord,
on
wait a minute. Don't change. Don't do your change.
Booty, huh?
What?
Move to get dressed up, bro.
Hey, I'm gonna go on and go high top fade and
The oh my goodness!
You know, I'm hey, I'm gonna go get the Lamborghini for Cab.
Lamborghini. What we gonna eat?
Oh, we're gonna go to the finest Brazilian restaurant in the world. Where's that at? Yeah, we're gonna let them bring it out on the spears to you, baby. You know, they ain't gonna bring you no plate of meat. They're gonna bring it. Yeah, you know. So they're gonna be bringing it out on the spears. You know, it's gonna be so lovely, eloquent. Then I'm bringing some serious sound, reggae music. You know what I mean?
Wait a minute. It's like Boone's whole voice done changed. Wait a minute. We didn't got the Billy D joint. Wait a minute. He went on Billy D.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Hey, Graham, you hear him? He done changed his whole. We done went low.
Boone, you can't even eat that.
All that shit.
You know you got diabetes. I'm hating on you, Boone. You got diabetes. You can't eat that. I'm straight hating. Straight hating.
Hey, Bob. Yeah. We go all the way
as long as I keep the dogs away. I'm scared of the dogs. Just keep the dogs away, okay?
Yeah, she's scared of dogs, but she like listening, learning about.
What the hell she think is? Who's the people she think talking on this motherfucker? We ain't no dogs.
I know.
This is it.
I'm afraid.
Loose dogs.
I'm afraid of those dogs.
Yeah, she's scared of dogs, but it's all right.
Yes,
it's okay.
That's all right.
I ain't gonna keep you on here all day, Tay. We just, you know, I appreciate.
Oh, we appreciate her coming up here, though.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, Tay.
Sure. Anytime. Take care, guys.
All right.
Okay. I'm getting to the same.
5715 336
Hey, man.
Let me say something.
It's the Roots Man stinking now.
Let me say something here.
57.
Look at Boone. Boone actually got up and was actually doing something in the fucking house. I don't know what he was doing, but he
Boom
did get up.
did some push-ups right quick. Put a wife beat on.
Yeah. Boone said he finna comb his hair out to that high top fade.
Boone and put Vaseline on them old Stacey Adams, and that motherfucker got him shiny than motherfucker.
To all the Maury Gators.
Salute to Brandon Smith in the super chat. Appreciate the love, brother. Salute to you.
Thank you, Brandon. Hey, let me say something real quick.
Yes,
let me
sir.
say something, Kevin. You notice when we on camera, we all by ourselves. We talk shit. We talk high. All this stuff.
Right.
As soon as Tay comes on, we all humble and smooth.
Oh yeah, everybody got a line, right?
Yeah.
Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Now Tay done started something. She got to come in intermission every goddamn show we do. She got to come up.
Yeah. That'd be good.
That's a good one, man.
Right.
And then, you know, maybe she might have a question, you know?
Yo, she got questions. You know, she got questions. She didn't be scared to ask him and stuff, but she like listening about dogs, but she afraid of the pit bulls because of the stigma around the dogs. So she listened to the show trying to curb her fear of the dogs, you know.
Good.
Just saying, so maybe she might be listening. Now,
well, yeah, she's listening right now. She in there.
When you pick a puppy, find one that frisky, playful, and you know, being a beginner, you don't want one that's, and it's hard to be able to tell why they puppies, you know. But sometimes puppies laid back, they kind of keep a laid back vibration going. But you get some that's real, you know, aggressive and outgoing, you know, that puppy gonna pretty much be like that. You know what I mean? But so if you see one, get one that's kind of laid back, hey, and just raise it up. One thing about a pit bull, it'll love you unconditionally, like any other dog. You know what I mean? And so my brothers, they can speak to that.
Right.
Back it up, Bob.
You just said it 100%, bro. 100%.
Salute to Jimmy Mack in the super chat. Coming
Jimmy Mack.
Chicken nugget.
Man, 10 piece. We need another one, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hit that like button. Hit that like button. We need some more light.
Let me ask Brother Ram. Why do you think the Eli blood gets a bad rap, Brother Ram?
Because motherfuckers got their hat handed to them with it. So, you know, that's going to start the hate. And then motherfuckers be hyping the shit up when they got curves, too. It's just like both the OGs said, man. It's good and bad in every bloodline. One of my best dogs was an Eli bred dog. Not only was he Eli bred, but he was wild side bred at that. And I got him at the time. Everybody was hating on the wild side shit. And be some name brand motherfuckers with him, you know? So it's just good and bad in every line, bro. And like Bach was saying, if it was just one line that reigned supreme, even if it was just you won fucking 5 more matches, we would all have them dogs and the game would be boring. But because it's so much hate and love for each bloodline, that's where we get the good competition at. Because the serious motherfuckers gonna bring out the serious dogs that represent that bloodline, and they gonna put forth their best foot and show you this is why motherfuckers love this Eli shit. This is why motherfuckers love this REDBOY shit. Just whatever you love, it's a reason you love it, and that's mostly because you seen the best of it. You know, it made you a believer, whether you fucking won with it or lost to it. Same with the Eli dogs, man. That's just the name of the game, bro. Every bloodline is good, and every fucking bloodline produces fair share of curves. That's just the price to play, you know? You've got to take the good with the bad with these dogs, but thankfully it's more good than bad, you know? Because the curves don't get talked about. Only the good ones do.
That's true.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
I seen some of that Mayday stuff, some heavy Mayday stuff crossed out to some heavy cowboy stuff, and it's nasty. You know what I mean? How you feel about that, Rasta Man Boone? Why do you think the Eli stuff get a bad rap? Did I already go to you, brother?
No. This is what happens, man. Is everybody you know, they like to talk. You know.
When y'all go on mute, whoever playing that music, we ain't trying to get no copyright straight.
You hear the music?
Yeah.
Yeah. We hear the music in the background. Boom.
Okay. Let me turn it down.
YouTube be tripping on that shit.
Tay left, Boom. So you don't have to use any more.
Boom and Jonesy on Spotify and shit.
Look at Bob.
I need your body.
Hey, Boom getting ready. He already in the zone. I know him. Boom
It's too late.
Listen over, OG. They didn't even listen to incense and shit.
Do your brother like
Listen to the smooth grooves of DJ Boom.
It's too late for that, Superfly.
It's too late. But so this is what happens. Okay, like Tay, she learned it, right? So somebody probably done told her, he like dogs this, he like dogs that. Then somebody tell her, oh, these dogs this, these dogs that. And then somebody tell her, these dogs this, these dogs that. So somebody come along and, you know, they trying to learn and say, Tay, what you know about these dogs? Oh, well, see, they said, you know, these dogs, you see how it go. People talk, and they'll say what they hear other people say, whether it's any merit to it or not. It don't even matter. They just say it. You know?
Yep.
So,
right.
but I'm gonna say this though. Is in every line of dogs, just like my brothers just said before, what I'm saying, there are great dogs, good dogs, average dogs, curves. All of that is in all the bloodlines. So whatever bloodline you choose, enjoy yourself. It's gonna be good, it's gonna be bad, whatever the case may be, enjoy it. Ain't no sense of getting mad because you try something out and it don't work. You buy a dog or buy 2 or 3 dogs from somebody and it don't work. Ain't no sense in getting mad. Just go buy you some more. Hell, I done bought so many dogs, I don't know if anybody can catch up. Good God. I ain't talking about no 1 or 2, 15, 20, go buy whole yards and shit, man. I mean, you know, this shit. So, you know, whatever come of it was good. You enjoy that. And if it don't, just move on, man. Move on. You know, let's move on.
Yep. Here go the other thing to that too. I ain't mean to cut you. Here go the other thing to it. Back to the original question we had at the beginning. How the fuck you know all you got is goddamn Eli? Or how you know that your dog is whatever it is because you wasn't there when it was bred. You might have a REDBOY JOCKO dog and that motherfucker got on there as Cowboy and Black Rock. You don't know what the fuck is on that shit. Just being honest. So, and it'd be a starch person saying, oh, I don't fuck with no Eli dogs and been winning with that shit in his yard for 30 years. Because where he got it from, it was Eli dogs that they said was REDBOY JOCKO and vice versa. So when these people say, oh, I don't want to fuck, and then the best, let me just say this. The worst of the person is for a person to even pick a fucking side and stay there like that's primarily all you. That's bullshit. The best of the dogs is really the ones that's crossed with some REDBOY shit, crossed with your shit, some Bolio, and you know, and it's really like a collage of the best of the breeds of the different shit that make some of the baddest motherfuckers you ever had. So, you know, only an idiot will stay in his own lane and feel like he got or she got the best and it won't get no better than the lines they use. That's just fucking ignorant. I wouldn't give a fuck how much I love the shit I use. If your shit is better than mine, I will throw my shit out with the fucking dishwater and be dead working with your shit.
Have a yard full of your shit.
Right.
That's just how that shit go. Plus, when people do that, just get stuck on one line, you cheating yourself out the full experience of the dogs, man. Cause say you do got a good line and shit, and it's working for you. You could have put it with some other shit and gave us the next fucking 10-time winner, you know. So
let me add to what Bach said, right? Because I like to throw the history in there. All them names we know from the past, Leitner, Colby, Tudor, Heinzel, Carver, just about every one of them. They didn't have one line of dogs. They had 4 or 5 different lines. That's how they produced their bloodline. And what they would do is go back to one or the other or all of them at some point and keep infusing it in their stuff. So there ain't nobody really that bred one line of dog to make their family of dogs or even keep them. So that's true, Bach. You're right. You know, everybody adds something, and you should. And they do it in horse racing. Horse racing go all over the world, getting new blood, getting this, trying that and this, and putting it in there and all that. You'll have more success that way. So that was a good point, Bach.
Oh,
that's why they've been doing it for years, though.
Right.
Since the beginning, like you said, Rastaman, since the beginning.
Hey,
since the beginning. And everybody thinks it's like something new to be done. Oh, I'm gonna do this, and oh, I got the sauce. I got the sauce. Don't nobody know this. They doing this shit before.
You're right.
Hey, let me just say this real quick too. Even when Boone said he was buying dogs, right? I can tell you for a fact, I never heard Boone ask me about a dog's fucking pedigree, ever. Never. Boone said, hey, you got a so-and-so weight. Is that motherfucker bad? Yo, I got one that motherfucker bad. That he ain't say, was that off of Tyrone or was that? He doesn't give a fuck. Long as a goddamn win, we gonna laugh at the motherfucker after it's over. Nobody gave 2 fucks how that dog was breed. None, ever. I never, ever said, if I was looking for a particular weight and I didn't have it, I never say, hey, it can't be JOCKO REDBOY. I only fuck with Carver Eli dogs. You got a bad, what is it bad? That motherfucker. Hey, how much you want for? I'll be okay, let me send it to you right now. That's it. So all of that shit, like a person don't fuck bad. Eli, like you said, is in everybody's household, even the motherfuckers claim it ain't. It's in there. Believe me.
Yes, sir. Salute to the lovely brown sugar Tay. She says, smash the like button, please. Absolutely. Hit that thumbs up.
I even like her name, Tay. That's a beautiful name.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And Tay, cool people, man, for real. She good people, for real.
No bullshit.
Yeah. Let's get to it. Next question we got here is, which bloodline creates the best overall athletes? Interesting question, Mr. Garcia.
All of them. All of them. Right. You know, when you say best with me, I tell people there ain't no best. You know, it's all good. There's some bad. Everything has been tried before, like Rastaman said. There ain't nothing new. Just the names change. There's been, I can't think of one where you know, the fraternity, so to speak, said, you know what, that shit ain't no good, because somebody will come up and they used it successfully and all that. So that's my answer. Is not to be rude, but that's not a valid question.
Yes, sir. So ain't no need to ask nobody else. Unless y'all disagree.
Man, the answer gonna be the exact same, bro.
Right.
I had athletes in every dog, and I had dogs that couldn't fucking turn around and grab their own tail off every bloodline.
Yes, sir. And this question here specific, I want to go to Boone on this question first, because Boone is the elder of the panel. He says, with all the racist things going on in the world today, what made black and white and other races not hurt each other back in the days, you know, in the world, whatever. He basically saying, how did racist people get along with each other in these dogs? That's what he asking.
Let me say this. When we was coming through and we was going into the different places. You know, we would be on one side of the pit and they would be on the other side of the pit. And, you know, it wasn't like, oh, I hate them motherfuckers. Oh, them motherfuckers ain't shit. No, it wasn't like that. It was, you know, it's just like, you know, coming up in those days, in that era, you just learn to respect things. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, it was okay. I remember we was at a match, and it was a Brenda dog. Lonzo took us there. It was, and Butch got left because he went in the store, and Lonzo said, you know, look, hey, when the man pull up, we leaving. And Butch said, well, I'm gonna go in the store. And Lonzo said, no, I'll stay here. And Butch went in the store. But anyway, we get there. We left Butch, and we get there, and we down in this, you know, this canyon, and all the white folks with the kids, you know, we was out there, you know, everybody was just up, but they was over there, and then the few blacks, it was probably about, let's see, it was me, Mr. Whitley, I think Feet and Jam, I think. It was 4 of us. I know it wasn't a lot of us. It was just a few of us. And when we was going down, all them, you know, they took them down in there. They took them in there first. And you know, Lonzo, you know, he the one brought us, you know. And you know, you had to, you know, you just had to respect the vibe, just watch and see things, you know what I mean? And that damn black dog name was Radar. When they brought that damn dog around that corner, man, he must have thought he seen a gorilla or something, you know, 4 blacks standing there together. Man, that dog looked at us, and I mean, he was going. I mean, he was going off. So we standing there, and I'm looking at him like, damn, man, I gotta watch this motherfucker. I said, cause that son bitch get out of his hand, you know, if that son bitch turn him loose, we're gonna have to, I'm gonna try to pull his whole goddamn windpipe out.
They used to call them white dogs.
Yeah, but he was black and white. The dog was black and white.
No, I'm talking about, they call them white dogs because they didn't like black folk.
Yeah, they didn't like black folks.
AKA police dog.
So it was a Brenda dog that was going. So I'm like, shit, I'm a max out. I said, cause by the time they get that Brenda dog over here, he might be a little tired, you know, cause he's slobbing.
Right.
I mean, he just, you know. So hell, I went all in on the other dog, and was over. Radar lost, but it was, you know, everybody was cordial. You know, everybody know that, you know, they over here, you over there. Yeah. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like, motherfucker, get over there and get in your place. It wasn't like that. It's just silently, you know, they over there with their kids and we over here. You know what I mean? And it's all good, you know. I remember we went to one up there in Delaware. It was just me and Kevin Lanier and Fat Bill. So you had an Indian, a black person, and a white guy. And man, let me tell you, it was one other black guy that came on with a group of people that came out of Philly. And so it was 2 black guys. But he kind of kept himself separated from us because he was with some white guys. And when we won, you know, they started, you could tell, like, they started growling, man. They was like, you know, after we won, we got all the money. And Kevin said, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. So we get into the car, and boy, you can hear them. So Fat Bill, when we got in the van, Fat Bill said, hey, you motherfuckers, if you want to do it again, call us. Fat Bill shouted out to him, you know what I mean? And they was pissed off. So I've been in some hostile places, you know what I mean? Well, you could tell, you could tell the difference, man. You could tell the difference. But, wherever you go, you be respectful to people, and they'll be respectful to you. You know what I mean? If you don't, like, I ain't never been that black guy and a bunch of white guys over there talking, then I'm trying to get all in their conversation like I'm one of them. No, I ain't gonna do that, because that you're doing too much to me. If the people go, the people welcome, hey man, come on over here, man. This. You talk a few minutes, you talk a few, you step off. But was it there? I had a white guy to tell me, hey, you remember him, about WC?
Yep. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And he said, Boone, I want to tell you, he used to have that good ass, good God, man. That man used to grow something.
That weed, right?
Man, God, man, that man, he used to have that. Oh, anyway, and he said, this come over, and I said, okay, I'm coming, and he was just looking at me, and I'm like, damn, well, what we'll get ready to do? Once he, come on in, man. Come on in. So go in the house, He said, man, I want to tell you something. I said, what's that? You the first black man ever been in my house. I said, damn. But I couldn't figure out why we standing outside. We was talking about this or that, whatever. And but anyway, we went on through our process. But I'm just saying, it's always been there, and I know it still exists, but we've been, really, I'm gonna tell you the truth. From the last that I knew or was part of, it's like a lot of them.
Hey, brother Boone, you can back up a little bit, brother. We can still hear you. There you go, right there.
A lot of them, got away from everybody. You know what I mean? It's like, they just, kind of disappeared. You know what I mean? They still there. They there, but they just not associating with a lot of the blacks. You know what I'm saying? Because all the foolishness and stuff like that. But they still there. They there. But racism has been in the United States for, I mean, come on, man. Anybody that have been born, raised here, there's no way and whether you white, black, I don't care what color, we know our country identify everybody by race and color,
Yes, sir.
And so, but yeah.
I'm gonna go to Schoolboy on this question now. Back in the day, how did other races deal with racism with the dogs? Well, let me read the question exactly how it was written.
Okay.
It says, with all the racist things going on in the world today, what made blacks and whites and other races not hurt each other back in the day? Mr. Garcia.
Yeah, I'll go with some history first, and then I'll get to the point.
Yes, sir.
In boxing, for instance, John L. Sullivan, heavyweight champion, he wouldn't fight black people.
Right.
Typically, most notably, Peter Jackson, who was a top black heavyweight. James J. Corbett wasn't that way, and he fought Jackson. They fought 61 rounds to a draw. And a lot of them were like that. And it could be they just racist, prejudiced, they don't want to be in there. And it could have been that they knew them guys could whoop them, and they didn't want to get embarrassed. Harry Greb, middleweight champion, he didn't care. He fought anybody. Mm-hmm. He lost his title to black Tiger Flowers,
Yeah.
Other guys, some of them cared, some of them didn't care for those reasons. And like Boone said, you know, racism always in there, you know, and throughout history of the breed, it was like that with some people, but for the most part, what matters is the green. Yeah. And you know, it's money. You're going to get in there, and the guys that where they want to do their dogs and they want to beat the best, and you know, whether they racist or not racist, they're going to get in there with the best, and they're going to prove their dog, and they're going to meet the challenge. And there's always been all different colors at some point throughout the history that have been involved with the dog. And for the most part, there hasn't been a problem. You go there, do the thing, and whoever wins, wins, you know. I've seen violence too. There's been, even at my house one time, a little bit, not much, but it had nothing to do with racism. It was just a personal, you know, more of a insult. You know, they had some beef with each other beforehand, and I've been to shows where they settle it at that show, you know. But you know, people gonna do it or they ain't gonna do it. And for the most part, you know, you're gonna go there and you're gonna get along because it's illegal anyways. You don't want no trouble, and you don't want to bring trouble to the host. So there has been some instances where people wouldn't go into certain people because of that. But for the most part, you have everybody going into everybody. And I think that's the one thing. If you love the dogs, you're going to do it. If you like what you're doing, if you're a competitor, you're going to do it whether you like the person or not. And for the most part, you're going to get along, you know. But like Boone said, it's everywhere, you know. There's some people, they wouldn't let people of color on their yard.
That's right.
If they go to a show, they might go into a person of color, you know, at a different spot. So, you know, it's something that's prevalent. It's always there in every part of life. But it just seems like when money's involved, when you gambling, or even when you hiring people, sometimes that racism don't matter. They still gonna hire because they're good at what they do and they want good workers or whatever it is. Or you're there to do the dogs and you're gonna do it regardless.
Right. Yes, sir. Brother Bach, let me go to you on that question. The question was, with all the racism going on back today, right, how did y'all work that out back in the day with the dogs?
Well, let me just say this. When I got into it, I pretty much dealt with, I'm from up north where racism is worse than it is down south.
That's a fact.
Okay, so up north, the white people there will act like they pretty cool with you and hate you. Mm-hmm. Down south, they'll tell you, fuck you, N-word from the beginning. So at least you know where at least you at with them, opposed to the other ones you think you cool with, but really don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? So when I got down south, what I noticed though was Boone and Perry's and Mancy Paynes and East Coast Assassins and a whole bunch of other ones, you know, Mr. Pitts, a whole bunch of them that pretty much paved the road a little bit by the time I got in. I didn't really have to suffer being around a lot of the shit, a lot of them. Now, it was one time me and the East Coast Assassin was at a roll. It was just us two brothers with some white guys. Well, Parker, I mean, if you ever been around, he's a hell of a handler. I'm just going to be honest. He's a hell of a conditioner and all that, dealing with dogs. So he do all type of rolls and shit in there, like really mocking them and fucking with them, fucking they shit up. So they was like, hey, Bach, we respect you, but we ready to hang this motherfucker. I'm like, oh, shit. I mean, they wasn't fucking around either. It was like about 7, 8 of them. And I ain't got no piece on me. Park, he ain't had nothing on him. And they was seriously like, Bach, you leave, man. You didn't see nothing. I'm like, man, I came with him, bro. I got to go with him. He was like, man, we tired of this motherfucker. He's very disrespectful and blah, blah, blah. But if I would have left, they was going to kill him. They was talking about hanging his ass, you know? And we left out of that motherfucker, and I was like, yo, you gotta kind of slow down with some of your antics and shit. Everybody ain't cool with that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, they, you know, but I dealt with motherfuckers who was in the Aryan Nation. Where a lot of times, a lot of them people, until they got around people, other people than their own race, they didn't really know how cool you were because they never gave you a chance to see how you were on just looking at you from afar. But then when you in the same line of shit they into, and this is no lie, I tell this all the time. I was always hated on then and now by my own. They ain't had no problem with no white dudes, man. They want autographs, pictures, all that shit, bro. I mean, shit, Boone seen at a damn pig picking. Motherfuckers wanted autographs and all that when they came to a pig picking. Wasn't gonna be a brother though. A brother gonna come around that motherfucker and figure out how the fucking you hate. I'm just saying, being honest. The white guys, I could go stay at it's a couple of motherfuckers that's grand wizards. I can go stay in over their fucking house and spend a night and get treated like a fucking king, bro. Because they respected what I did with the dogs. They don't give a fuck about all that other shit, to be honest. You know what I mean? Unless you gonna come at them fucked up, then of course, you know, then it could get into some other stuff. But for the most part, wasn't no white dudes I really had any problems with in the dogs. None, to be honest. I mean, I even sat up there, my good dear friend Carl. It was all type of racist shit you hear. They say shit, and some of them just, hell, we sitting there, goddamn Pete Sparks was calling motherfuckers niggas and everything. You know, he just thought it was cool to say that in front of everybody. You know, and I'm like, God damn, this is, you know. So some of them were so deeply ingrained in it that it didn't matter. They just was up, but they still, you know, would be around you. But I'm sitting there, I remember the first time I met a couple times, met Carl Mims, and made, you know, and I hope he gets better. I'm sitting in his house and shit, me and my fucking my ex-wife and children, and he was like, you know what? I was just talking to my wife about you, and I was like, oh, for real? He said, you ain't like the others. I said, you're intelligent. I said, what the fuck is you saying about the rest of them? You know what I'm saying? Like, so my ex-wife said, hey, honey, I'm going in the car. I'll be waiting on you. I said, damn, he didn't even know that he was fucking what he just said. His wife did. She looked and grabbed her head like, oh, goddamn, Carl. You know what I'm saying? And then I can't say Carl was really right because his best people he fucked with was black guys. But they just was honest and witty, you know, how he felt. So it was a whole lot of shit, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't say that I ran into any of it that was like hindering me from being the best I could be with the Bulldogs. And I dealt better with the white races than I did with the so-called loving brothers. That's just a fact. Period.
Salute to y'all for your opinion. I'm gonna say this before I go to my brother Ram. You know, I proudly tell y'all that I'm a dog fancier. I'm a fancier of the breed, right? I grew up with these dogs. I never lie about my experience with the dogs because I don't feel I have a need to lie and pretend to be somebody in the dogs because I'm somebody in other walks of life. In the other walks of life, you know, without getting into it, I've dealt with a lot of racist dudes, okay? Back in the day, allegedly, if this is all for entertainment purposes, but if I had to go and I had to go buy and do some drug transactions back in the day, right? Allegedly, I had to deal with racists. Some of them was Mexican, some of them was white guys. When I was locked up, white guys controlled the cigarettes, all the nicotine. Black folks smoke cigarettes. I'm running the black yard. I gotta handle that. I gotta go talk to the racists and make deals. And what I understood in all my transactions is this: money is the common denominator. If we can do business, we can do business. All the rest of that shit go out the window when it comes to green. know what I'm saying? And that's what happens when it comes to a lot of racist people. People can hate niggas all they want to. You come with the right amount of money, they're gonna sit their ass down, kiss your ass, give you the best. Listen, I can go to a car dealership right now. They might hate black folks. They look at my credit score and they say, "Oh, they'll give me some coffee. They'll offer me some Jack Daniels. You know, yeah, you're gonna treat me like great."
That's right.
Money fix all that shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens a lot of the times. You know what I mean? But walking down Rad Big Stepper. What's your take on that, man? How did you deal back in the day? How did you deal with the racism or dealing with people who you knew was racist?
I didn't. If there's gonna be some bullshit, we're gonna get right to it, you know? I don't play that shit at all. We're gonna start fucking race banging in this bitch. There ain't gonna be no show. So fortunately I was either lucky enough or had the wherewithal enough to stay away from motherfuckers like that. I'll be in jail right now. I don't play that shit at all.
Yeah, I feel you, brother. And you know, absolutely, I'm the same way when it comes to dealing with that. But you know, when you're in certain situations, you know, I done been out of town. I done been to Texas, on the border of Mexico and Texas, and buying some stuff, and motherfucker tell me same thing Bach just said. Hey, you different, man. You pretty cool. You ain't like the other ones. Now I got a choice to make. Do I shoot them and end up dead, or both of us dead, or do I shut the fuck up and say, hey, look, man, I don't like your tone of language. Let's just do business, and you know what I'm saying, let's get up out of here real quick. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Do I do that? And then I had to make those decisions. So what I found out is money, business change all that shit, bro.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Business money is the great equalizer. You feel me? For sure that, you know.
Let me say this. Let me say this, you know, and I'm gonna let y'all have. See, this fraternity of bulldogs, whether they was racist or not, it don't matter. The driving force was bulldogging.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, it. I remember we was doing dogs for $100.
Right.
$200. And this motherfucker neck was redder than the goddamn paint of red. but he'll bring that goddamn bulldog to whoop your ass now.
Yes, sir.
You see where I'm coming from? So, yeah, you know, volume of money will make them change their thoughts or make them be able to tolerate working with you. But in this fraternity, it was bulldogging and the competitiveness of it that brought us together. You know, look at the pig picking. When it all started, hell, you didn't even have 10 niggas there. You might, you go to the pig picking now, goddamn, you like 800 niggas.
Right.
So, you know, back, you know, it's always been bulldog. You see that even though look, you know, you can see motherfucker don't even want to talk to you. You ain't got all this shit. But you start talking about some bulldogs, yeah, man, you know, you know, there's some bulldogging talking. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I got some COLBY. Yeah. Oh, you got some Kobe. Yeah, you know Floyd. Yeah, I know Floyd. But man, this, and then it just goes on, man.
Exactly.
Brother Boone, I've been on the phone with old white dog men.
There you
go. They have told me personally that, you know what, man, I wasn't sure about talking to you, but in my younger day, I would never talk to you.
See?
But ain't nobody who look like me calling me and checking on me. Y'all the only ones calling for me. I feel like a damn fool. That's what the man told me.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all the only ones who care about this history. That's what the man told me. Ain't that something crazy?
Well, see, access, my brother. See, like, when if you ain't available, if you ain't made yourself available, then it's a limited amount of what's going on. You understand? But because the game done changed to where it's it's dealing with technology in the highest form. You know what I'm saying? You got the podcasts. You got all these. You got the little Facebook shows. You got all these talk shows. Technology has taken, and then they got the groups, what you call WhatsApp, and you got you got all this technology stuff, man, where people can communicate. And so the spectrum has been broadened, and I know the game is in good hands. Like I said, I hope I get another 40, 50 years out of this flesh. And I would just love to see, I would love to be one of those elders, at 100 years old, to see what the young brothers will be doing. And then how they tell their story. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I just pray that I can see that, man. Yeah. But okay, let's move.
Facts.
If I can make one real point too, right?
Go ahead,
like this, let me just say this. Maybe it's my psychology background degree in it, and I'm gonna say that to say this. Too many times a person is always quick to say what the fuck they will do to a motherfucker. If you did fucked up shit to everybody you say you would do, your ass wouldn't be here listening to us tonight. Okay, so let's stop. Let's stop with all that shit first and foremost. Everybody getting ready to kill and fuck up everything. You gonna be in jail for life for something petty. If a motherfucker have not physically brought no harm to you or those you love, then the motherfucker saying some old irrelevant ass shit, you just gonna jump off the ham every motherfucking time somebody say something. Then you let the motherfucker run you, bruh. Whoever you are. Seriously. Some shit you gotta take as a teacher moment. Something ain't just about you fucking up everybody. Some shit you gotta make a motherfucker understand the shit they doing and saying is fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? Everything. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, something real quick, if I can take a second of this. We in the joint, right? Brother come up from the weight pile, and he just come and just turn these dudes looking at some NASCAR shit. Now it's 4 TVs in the motherfucker. So he just straight, just like reverse the racism shit the blacks went through whites. It's like in the joint, it was like they was giving it to him. So I'm sitting there. So I sit up there, I grab the brother to walk him outside. I say, bruh, man, you just came out. I feel you how you coming at it, but at the same time, that shit wrong. The motherfuckers wasn't bothering nobody. We over there looking at BET and all type of shit, Soul Train. We got all the fucking TVs, and they got that one TV. I said, you really don't know the shit you do to this motherfucker. Send him when he get out because he's a short timer. He ain't here long. He can go out that motherfucking go fuck one of our people up out in the street all off of this bullshit you did. Okay? So, anyway, he said, damn, I ain't think about it like that. So he went in and let them turn the TV back. So maybe a week later, I'm walking around the track. White boy came up. He said, hey, man, can I talk to you for a second? I said, sure, what's up? He said, man, I appreciate whatever you did that spoke to the guy. He said, I'm going to be honest, man. I hated all black people, man. I ain't going to lie. My whole life, my parents was racist. And I never liked no black people, right? He said, we own a car dealership, and we never would hire no black people. He said, man, I don't know you. I see you around here. You carry yourself pretty cool. He said, I'm calling my dad and shit now and be like, man, I don't want you to start hiring, black people. And as a black guy came to my aid in here, and I just, I appreciate it. So what I'm saying is that shit helped our people out later on. So everything ain't about just fucking up everybody, for not that those people did anything racist, but I'm just saying we was getting ready to show it in reverse. just because we could, because we had the numbers. You understand? So everything ain't about fucking up everybody. Some shit you want to use your brain, something we don't do that often. We think that being a man is by you showing physical might. That's a bitch do that. That's an emotional motherfucker that don't have no goddamn mind. All they can do is run off of some goddamn adrenaline and testosterone. Anybody can fuck somebody up. Sometimes you just gotta motherfucking do the opposite shit and go home that night. Not to fucking jail or killing a motherfucker.
Oh yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's the way it's supposed to be, man. You know, is be wise enough to understand that, you know, you don't have to be full throttle about stuff that ain't worth it. It ain't got no value. You know what I mean? There's no value in it. You know what I mean? Respect is the most important thing in our life. Respect. You got to respect everybody, the poor man, the homeless man. You got to respect everybody. And then you got to respect people's space. You can't like try to just like bogart them up and try to play. Come on, man. You know, you're looking for some problems.
Yeah.
Looking for issues. You know what I mean? You putting yourself in a bad position. So my thing is, if you can see it coming and you can prevent it, prevent it. But, you know, if you get put in a position where you ain't got no out,
then you gotta go. You gotta go. Do what you gotta do.
That is, you know, so you always want to try to, you know, just put yourself in the best position to win. And the way you win is by eliminating yourself from dumb shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And just so we clear, I don't deal with no racist motherfuckers. I don't fuck with them. I can't stand them. You don't like my people. You don't like me. That's how I get down. You know what I'm saying? But what I found out is in my dealings, in the streets, other walks of life, that money changes all that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? People will do business and make money. Money is supersedes whatever people's feelings are about race. You know what I'm saying? I found that out myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's happened through the history of the country.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time where you know, black people were into construction. They were the best at it. They built a lot of the country. When they started moving up north, the construction companies would tell the hiring people explicitly, hire those people. Now they might have been racist, prejudiced. They didn't care. They wanted the work, and they wanted the best people to do the work.
Absolutely.
You guys can research it and check it out. That's the way it was. So like you said, 7-8, racism is there, but when it comes to money, you know, especially big companies, you know, had all these government contracts and private contracts, they didn't give a shit about no racism. It was the money. It was the money. It was the money. They don't care. The money is what matters. You know?
Yeah. If you
then that's not a true racist. I ain't mean to cut you.
Right.
Listen, the true racist not fucking with you for nothing.
Right.
A true racist don't make no fucking, well, I fuck with you for this, but won't fuck with you for that. A true racist not gonna fuck with you. You could have $1 million. If they hate blacks, then they hate you. They not fucking with you. But the thing is, most so-called racists ain't really racist, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so a true racist, you ain't ran into hardly none of them. You really haven't. Because they gonna still fuck with you. If a true racist don't want to be at the pit beside another black motherfucker, if he truly a racist, yet he'll sit there and won't say nothing fucked up to you and will even say to you, hey, man, that's a good goddamn dog. Yeah. And you sitting up there, well, you ain't supposed to like me. Why you even complimenting anything?
Whoa.
Yeah.
No, I feel you on that part. I feel you on that part, but I do slightly disagree. I think that most racism is rooted in fear. So people are afraid of what they don't understand. But that didn't stop.
No, I agree to that.
Right.
But you said it's. But you said for the money. What I'm saying to you is, But let me just say this way. Okay, let's just say a girl, she call herself a lesbian. She can't fuck no dick and call herself a true lesbian. Say you bisexual. You can't say I don't like men and you sucking dick and fucking a dude. So what I'm saying is, if you a true racist, you don't fuck with the opposite color for no reason. No money, no nothing. You don't fuck, and it's real racist, nothing. But I'm telling you, you don't really run into too many of them because when a person start labeling themselves, they really just put their own self in a box. Some of them make themselves stay in it, but most of them will generally fuck with you regardless, even though they call themselves not fucking with you. And after a while, some of that shit, they get old enough, they leave a lot of that bullshit because they see that it ain't get them nowhere. They just box themselves out. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm just, I understand your point. I'm not trying.
I feel you. A lot of them got bullshit doctrines that they was raised to believe.
Right.
But even their daddy who taught them that shit didn't believe it because their daddy was fucking a black woman, low key.
Exactly.
So they didn't really believe that shit. They just talk shit.
Exactly. My point exactly. Correct.
Let me go to Mr. Anderson in the super chat coming through with the 20-piece chicken nugget.
Mr.
Salute to you,
Anderson.
brother. He says, historically, Bach, if you brought a dog from the East Coast assassin and champed him out, would you allow him to breed the dog to his stock since y'all had a good relationship? Mainly, I'm asking about breeding and handling relationship. I don't know if that's a sneak question or I don't know what that is. But
did you hear something that Bach didn't let him bring back to the dog?
That's a good question.
You're racist.
Let me say this. Let me answer this. And the people on the panel know a lot of things that, like, I'm not a dude. Even like a motherfucker, I'm gonna just use this. Perry could say, fuck Bach, right? Now I could easily be coming up here talking shit too. And I really don't want to do it because that's what, I don't know, we live in a time now, and this just wasn't the way my dad and them grew up. I never seen men talk about men. Seriously. Even if they had an enemy, I never heard them talk about the motherfucker. They just, when they seen each other, it was on. But I didn't hear motherfuckers saying, we didn't have social media, none of that shit back in the day. So I don't really get up with this just talking about people just publicly. Like, so I'm going to just say this. Me and the East Coast, you hear me big up. I'm very appreciative that I was able to buy a lot of shit in the jar. But I can't never say that we ever were cool. Ever. Now, I don't sit up here and say a lot of shit that I could because I'm not here to down talk nobody. But if I can help it. But to answer that question, I had no care to ever let him breed the shit of mine based off of the shit that he has done to me. Okay? But I don't sit up here and talk about the man because I still look at it as saying if it wasn't for him, it wouldn't have been me. Okay? So I leave that respect in terms of what I was allowed to get from him, that he allowed me to buy certain shit, you know what I mean? But in terms of our personal relationship, of me just saying he could breed I never let him breed the Tyrone. Ever. Matter of fact, he even went on to say dumb shit like, I never bred Tyrone because I couldn't afford to, but I was a millionaire when I had him. I don't know what the fuck that means. I could have even been broke as fuck and bred a goddamn dog in my yard to my bitch. So, you know what I mean? So no, I never let him breed the Tyrone. And I never cared for him to have the blood from off of Tyrone, even though he owned a sister, just being honest. But I'm not going to sit up here and talk about our relationship and really what happened because it's irrelevant. But that just answers that question. But we had a great relationship, then it's like anybody else that I know. You can come breed to any fucking thing and you can get anything I got. You understand? Whether I got it from you or not.
Word.
Yes, sir. Salute, Brother Bach. Let me ask this question here. Princess Carr in the super chat.
Prentice Carr.
Appreciate you, Brother Carr. He says, what happened when you called Elliot Bach back in the days? See, this sounds like some personal stuff. Is it cool, bro, Bach?
No. I know what that person is saying because I said on your show before when we was talking about racism before, and I said that I had called the Jerry Clemens. I was asking him about that particular blood that J.D. Elliott had, and he was like, "Well, Bach, I don't know if it's cool for you to call him." I was like, "Man, give me the number, goddamn Jerry. Shit, I'm gonna call him. What's the problem?" He said, "Man, he kind of from the old school. He with that racist stuff, you know." I said, "Oh man, shit, man, I ain't paying that mind." So I called him. And so when I called him and he heard it, he was like, "Wait a minute, is this a nigger on the phone?" And hung the fuck up, hung the phone up on me. So I went back to Jerry. Is like, "Oh, I see exactly what you mean." He said, "What'd he say?" I said, "Man, that motherfucker said, is this a nigger on the phone?" Hung up. He said, "I kind of told you, man. He was gonna act fucked up." Now, but there's other black dudes that I know talk to Elliot and they cooler than the motherfucker. So I don't know. You know. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say I was forewarned, goddammit. I was forewarned.
Yeah. You don't listen. You don't listen.
That psychic degree ain't helped that time. He ain't let you work your magic at all.
Right.
Heard that twang in your voice and hug up. That's a real racist. That's what you was talking about.
That's what I'm saying. He stayed, but he ain't stayed true to form because I know other brothers that he fuck with, and he said, "Wait, he didn't fuck with a dude named James that I know that was a young dude, and it's just like fucking Lonzo. He was talking shit, didn't know the dude really was black, but he was so light skinned, he had him over his house for a whole week. He's talking around him like fucking the niggers, I do this, and the niggers, I do that. And he's sitting there like, motherfucker, you don't even know I got a white mom and a black father. You understand? So
see, Bart, you was one of them other niggas.
Right. Is that what it is? Is that what it is, bro? God damn.
Hey, that's how they label. See,
right.
The white dude told me, he said, "Boom, you ain't like them other niggas."
Right. Right.
Let me do a quick. I gotta respond to somebody in the chat real quick. This is a personal thing. 88 jobs, 888 jobs say, "Hey 78, the Bucks had a halftime drag show during the Bucks game." First of all, brother, this is a dog show. I don't know why the hell you decided to come here hating on the Milwaukee Bucks. That's what you don't do, okay? Let's get that first of all clear, because at the end of the day, Giannis dropped 54 points. Sit your ass down, brother. Sit down.
Oh shit.
Yeah, who your favorite team? You probably one of them people who from a weird ass town. They ain't got no team. Get out of here.
He probably was in the drag show. That's how he knows.
That's my guy, 88 job. He just hates.
Right. I'll take it back then. You wasn't in the show, good brother. My fault.
Zachariah 23 in the super chat showing love, much appreciation. He said, with dog fighting being so widely accepted in the past history and prominent people doing dogs, how do you think they allowed it to get outlawed? Well, they ain't got nothing to do with the people who was fighting. But I'm gonna ask the OG brother Rastaman Boone, how you feel about that?
Well, what happened was they changed the rules. They changed the laws, and then they went there. To start enforcing the laws. So, like I said, I remember when the misdemeanor shit, we used to be all in town, all everywhere, and man, shit, it was, and police ride right by you. Hell, I remember, being at Lonzo's spot. Hell, motherfucker be there. He got to go to work, but he come to check the roll out before he go. You know what I mean? We're like, damn, man. Yeah, you see that motherfucker there? Yeah, man. Damn, man, that motherfucker, man. Oh, no, it's cool. Everything good. Everything good. Is it? But see, what people got to understand is this. There are people that love bulldogs, and they love this fraternity, but they got different jobs. You see, but that don't make them not like the dogs. All it is, they have to be more discreet and careful. You know what I mean? Because of their jobs. You see what I'm saying? And so it's been like that, man. It's been like that. Hell, I knew a motherfucker that was the president of a fucking bank. We went to that motherfucker house. I said, good God Almighty. We went, look, man, we went in his garage. And man, that motherfucker had like 10-inch crown molding going right in the fucking garage. Had the pit set up in the, man, I was like, this the garage? God damn, what the fucking house look, man, that shit. Ooh, man, that shit. I mean, mahogany, you know, I mean, oh man, that shit, oh man, that was awesome, man, to see something like that. And the man, you know, he got bulldogs, you see. So there's been a lot of people that's had some pretty good careers, job-wise, and yeah, Mr. Holland, what's his name, Hollingsworth. I think he was the head sheriff or something up there where he was. When we went up there to buy some dogs from him, he wanted to take pictures of me. You know, Fat Bill said, well, now I'm gonna tell you this, that, you know, me, Fat Bill, went up there and he said, yeah, because Fat Bill had gave him a puppy off of Chinaman and Bolero, I believe. And we went up there and I'm like, damn. Seen the dog, and I seen the other dogs that Bill had off that breeding. Ain't none of them was the size of that motherfucker. I was like, good big black motherfucker with a head the size of a tire. I'm like, damn, we looked in the motherfucking mouth, teeth like that. I'm like, God damn. So Bill trying to get him back. Yeah, Bill trying to get him back. Hollandwood told him, hell no. And I think they fell out about it too, man. Can't remember. I think they did. Because Bill wanted the dog back, but I don't know. I think if something happened where he might have killed the dog because he didn't want Bill to have it, or either he sold the dog. He did something with the dog, but he wouldn't let Bill have the dog back. And then the dog I wanted to buy, he told me no. So he said, now you can buy that one right there. And this motherfucker damn near ran through the doghouse, goddamn. So he scratched through the doghouse. So looked at that. All he did, walked over there and looked at that motherfucker. He took off in the doghouse. He said, now you can buy that one right there. I said, nah. I that one right there and that one right there. He said, nah, them ain't for sale. Them two there ain't for sale.
Let me go to Schoolboy on this joint. Schoolboy, with dog fighting be so widely accepted in the past history and prominent people doing dogs, how do you think they outlawed it?
You know, in the past, well, you know, there's been people that didn't like it, even going way back to the 1880s. You know, the famous match between Crib and Pilot. You know, it was widespread. People read it, had it in different magazines. But there's also an article, somebody down in it, you know, negative, how cruel it was and all that. But back then, the general public accepted it. They understood it. And a lot of it goes back to, you know, last week, what we were talking about, you know, heart and you know, all that stuff. People could relate to that, you know, during wartime, all that stuff. What happens is you have the attitudes of the public changing, right? And on top of that, it's usually you have small entities like SPCA or PETA or something like that have a lot of money, and they can influence politicians and laws and all that stuff. So even if the general public, the masses, agree with it, or they just don't care about it, it's not important to them. You can have somebody that has a lot of money that can lobby and influence and get laws enacted or laws changed. And that's basically how come it changed from, you know, misdemeanor or accepted to it being, now it's a felony. You know, it's that simple. And that you can see that in anything. The general public might not agree with certain, you know, putting laws on this or stipulations on that, but you always have some entity that can get a lot of money from the public, and then they can influence people to change the laws, like cockfighting. It was, you know, Arizona, it was, you know, it was legal. They taxed it, all that, Louisiana, all that. But and the politicians that were in there agreed with it. Once they left, then you have the entity come in and say, well, we're going to outlaw it. Or as soon as this dude leaves office, retires or whatever, or gets voted out, we're going to change it. And that's what happened.
Right.
So that's how it got changed. That's the difference from the past to the present. It ain't really the public saying we don't want this, other than, you know, a few people with a lot of money donating to the SPCA or whatever it is, and then they have the money to influence these politicians, pay them off or whatever it is, you know, and that happens all the time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But to combat that, you gotta get the public gotta get their bag up and get them same politicians a little bit more than what the entities is giving them. Should go back to how it was.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it.
And pay attention when the laws come up on the books. Like, how the fuck Texas can't tether dogs anymore? That's outrageous to me, bro. But people didn't pay attention. People who could vote, you pay attention to the local fucking laws and say something when you see some shit you don't like. Motherfuckers will get behind you, bro. Shit.
That's right.
With a push.
You know
if they get that from the public, you know, hey, we don't want it. I'm your constituent. You know, I'm not going to vote for you if you pass this law. Then they won't pass it, regardless of what money is involved.
Because you know why, Ram and Schoolboy and Brother Boom, they hide dog stuff in the midst of a bill. That's the main issue is like gay marriage or some weird shit, right? Or whether or not we're gonna allow transgender children to get fucking sexual assignments or some shit, you know what I mean? And it's like, vote yes if you think dogs should be able to be on a chain. At the same time, it's vote yes if you think fucking children should be able to pick their own sex. You know, it's like fucked up shit to where people, they see the big issue and they vote something and not understanding what's all in the bill because people aren't reading the bills.
They're going in with the bill, like what you're saying. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
Because there's some of them are pages and pages thick. And you're not gonna. Most people ain't gonna go through the whole thing and read it.
Like the Patriot
so it might be, it might be one thing in there, but it's got all this other shit in there that if you don't read it, it's going to be included in that bill.
Right.
Yep.
That's how the Patriot Act. A friend of mine gave me the Patriot Act. It's like all these pages. I read that shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Most people who don't even understand what's in that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it'd be like, I read it, like the first 10 pages of it is what they plan to do about the terrorist shit.
Right.
But you get past that and you be like, hold on, I ain't no terrorist. Why you want to go on my bank account?
Facts.
Why is my fucking phone easier to get tapped now? I'm with you. I don't fuck with these niggas. Fuck ISIS. I catch one of them niggas, I'm going to pack him out. But you don't fucking giving me the same treatment that he's supposed to be getting.
Right. Yep, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's why they say Snowden giving up the information about everybody's phone being tapped. And, you know, and what they call, Big Brother watching everybody.
Right.
And he's saying they listen to everybody calls. Everybody. That's what he said. Now, I don't know. Because I ain't never got that deep being able to do technology or understand it from that perspective. But
Yeah,
sure.
but if you know, if you read anything about the information or whatever went on, it's about the technology and saying Big Brother spying on everybody and all that stuff.
yeah.
Yeah,
there's a video from the 70s or 80s or something like that, and I forget the dude's name, but he's on there saying that the government has the technology where they'll be able to listen to all your phone calls. They'll be able to TV. They'll be able to, at some time, they'll be able to watch you through your TV, your computer, and all that stuff. He said, and it's good if it's used against terrorism or against people that are against the United States, whatever. But it's bad if they do it to the general public.
right.
Well, as it turned out, they're doing it to the general public. And they can monitor anything. They, so that you're right, Ross, man. That's what happened.
Oh, yeah.
That went back a long time, and he could tell, if this thing's used the wrong way, then the general public's in trouble. If it's not, then it could be a good thing for the protection of the country.
Well, we want the country to be protected, because I really feel like if you in the United States and you want to blow it up and all that, won't you go wherever you came from, and don't come back, because there's a lot of us don't want to go through that shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't even want to
get your car ass up out of here.
Yeah,
exactly.
Only fucked up shit is it ain't nobody. The boogeyman that we'll be talking about is the government that's blowing up shit here. It ain't nobody else. All of this fucked up disaster being done here is done by the fucking government.
They're gonna put it up on. They're gonna put it on the other people though.
That's what they do. I mean,
it's crazy. They'll put that shit on somebody else so quick. Whole time this motherfucker work for the government. Well, I don't want to turn this channel on. I mean, I don't want to turn
We got you.
Yeah, we get it, though.
We got stuck on conspiracy way, boy.
Right. Let's go to this question here. The last question we got here is, if you had a proven game female that killed her litter twice, would you risk breeding her to 30-year-old frozen semen from a champion? Or should that semen be used on her litter mate sister? This kind of is related to the first question. Let me go to you, Mr. Garcia.
No, I wouldn't waste it. If that's the only breeding you got, but I wouldn't do that. Just breeding them naturally. There's something about that female. She's not a good mother, and that's part of my standard. At least they got to be good mothers too. So if you happen the opportunity to breed to a sister, who, because with the one that kills her pups, you don't know if she can produce anyways. She ain't got no pups.
Nothing live right.
She ain't got no pups to prove it anyway. So why take the chance? I just, I wouldn't do it. And if you have the sister and maybe she did produce some good dogs for you, or if you just want to find out, hopefully you bred her before and she is a good mother, then you don't have that problem. But things like that, what people don't realize sometimes is they're generational. If she's a bad mother and kills her pups, and you breed her and you go through the hassle of saving the pups and all that, her daughter might do the same thing, or her grandmother might do the same thing. A lot of that stuff, you just got to nip it in the bud and get rid of it. And then it's something that's not going to pop up all the time, and you eliminate it as much as you can. So the short answer is no, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't waste it, but I wouldn't do it in a natural breeding either. If I had females like that, I wouldn't keep them no matter how they bred or how good they are. But you're just going to have a bunch of dead pups, or you're going to go through the hassle of having to hand raise them yourself. And, that's a lot of work, man. When you could have another female that's good, that you don't have to deal with all that.
Hey, man, I'm gonna go to Brother Bach, but I'm gonna tell you right now, Mr. Garcia, I'm not even gonna lie to you at all. I have females that have killed 2 or 3 pups, and it's always the good pups too. It's always the good big pups, you know.
Maybe they jealous.
Right? You know, they kill them fucking pups. I get rid of them. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care how good she is. Fuck that bitch. I get rid of her ass. I'll be mad as hell. You're not a good mother. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm real strict on motherhood. So like, I can see. This goes back to the first question. I can see a guy who has a mother that eats up her puppies, but she's a champion or she's a winner. I can see a guy lying and pretending that the pups came off of that bitch when they really came off her little May sister, like the first question, you know, in reverse.
Yep. Yeah.
I can see a guy doing that, you know what I mean? Brother Bach, what's your thoughts on that? You want me to reread the question?
No, I got it. Well, first of all, everything's dependent upon what a person's desire and wants is. So let's just say the last of that blood is with that bitch. And the person had that family or seen the family somebody had and loved what they produced and had. And he felt, or that person felt like, well, if I do put the frozen semen, I'm going to just, because she's good for just taking care of the pups as soon as they come out. But a day later, she does some dumb shit. That person might say, well, I got a surrogate mother. I got another bitch that I'm going to use that's going to be on some pups that I know is a good mom, and I'll just add them in. I don't know. It depends. A lot of time, most of us, I mean, it's just like I was telling my buddy today, I can't believe how many good moms I've been having because I ain't ran into no silly, ass shit with the mothers of these puppies of different ones I've been having. They just been awesome acting. You know what I mean? So you hate when you had to deal with a female to be pissing on her pups and stepping all over and fucking kill them and so forth. But it just depends on the person's need. I mean, I'm sure with a person that had more access to, say, a sister or the mother or different shit to it, I'm sure a rational thing would be to do is to put it in the, if it's the blood you're going after rather than the dog, then you would just go right to her sister or her mother or something like that. You know what I mean? But most people aren't going to even put up with it because it has a history of doing what, fucking shit up with her puppy. So why waste depending the semen is they got a whole bunch of it or they feel like it's worthy enough to do it. But I feel like a person should do whatever the fuck they want to do. How about that? Let me just answer to that. That's what the fuck they want to do. It really won't make a difference what nobody thinks anyway. You know what I mean?
Right. Roster Man Boom, let me ask you the same question. If you had a proven game female that killed 2 litters, would you risk breeding her to 30-year-old champion semen, or would you breed that semen to her litter mate sister?
If it was me, and because we have technology, and not only that, even back in the day, you had dogs that was real aggressive. You know what I mean? And they would be aggressive. You breed them one time and you see how they be aggressive to their puppies. Then you already know when she about ready to have the puppies, you go ahead and let them do a C-section and get the puppies. And then you either hand take care of the puppies or hire somebody to do it, or let the veterinarian do it, or have another female that you can put them puppies on, to get something off of that female, and then if you got another one that take care of the puppies, you do that too. So I mean, I would say do both. You know what I mean? This way, you got 2 shots at it, and she can have puppies. You just wasn't able to understand what to do.
Right.
She had them. Because if I bred a bitch twice, and she killed all the puppies each time. That first time, I would have said, you know what? When I breed her this time, and she get about 5 days before she's supposed to have them, we're gonna go on and have a C-section, and I'm gonna take care of these puppies. You know, see, bulldogging is a tough thing, man. It's not easy. It's not easy, especially when it's something you like. You go to the wire. You know, I'm telling you, when your wife tell you, say, look here, you love the damn dog, then you love me. You love the dogs more than you love me. I ain't gonna say I told her that, but goddamn, I damn sure love my dog.
You got to be a good liar, Boone, and say, of course you know I love you more than I love dogs.
But in your heart, you didn't disagree with her. Like,
right.
You goddamn right, bitch. These motherfuckers is game. I don't know about you.
Hey, not only that, they don't give you no issues. When you look at them, and look, you look at it, and you know your ass that stayed out all night. They be jumping up and down.
Happy to see you.
My boy. Yeah. Hey, you know, the damn my cash flow low, you know, I ain't got much money, baby. But motherfucker, where you been, you son of a bitch? Well, the dog don't do that. The dog be like,
you know, fuck that money. I'm here for you.
Yeah.
There might be something to that. Ladies might can learn a lot from these pit bulls. We'll get you a little bit further down the road. You pay attention to a man with dogs. Specifically the dog.
And you ain't there to fix it, then you're gonna be every damn name and where you been and why you was out of place and all that.
Oh, well, you funky motherfucker. You gonna be all that.
Come on.
You got a 5-gallon bucket and it turned over, and the dog done turned it over for some reason. And you didn't know it was turned over, but you go out there the next day and you see it. The dog gonna be, hey, happy to see your ass, man. He ain't gonna be saying, hey, man, the fucking bucket was turned over yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying?
I'm over here dying of thirst, you black motherfucker.
Hey, Ram, what you thought? What you think of that? You want me to read your question again?
Oh no, I got it, cause I wouldn't do it personally at all, cause I'm the same as you. A fucking bad mom, you gotta go, but in the event that you do want to put up with it, because did have bad moms, and what I did was just breed her, and then it's a bitch hand feeding all the pups and shit by yourself, and taking further and only keep the males that's the most like her. I wouldn't keep none of the bitches when I did it like that. Just because the male, you know, that we talked about it on the beginning shows, that X factor chromosome transferred over to the male type shit.
Yep.
So yeah, I did that, but it's just a bitch hand raising them and shit, man. Because when you do that, you really see how much work the mom put in. Them motherfuckers require a lot, bro. It's like having 8 human babies at once, like fucking quintuplets and all that old weird shit. And bitches was having whole litters of kids back in the day. That shit hard as fuck to do. For real. But if you do it, you know, like I said, to keep all the males that represent that female you wanted the pups off of, and don't keep none of the bitches, because one of them is gonna be like that, and it's probably gonna be the one that's exactly like the mom. You don't want to keep doing that shit your whole pit bull career. That's pain in the ass.
Good point, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you kindly.
Salute.
I think I need to put the condom on for my song, man. I need to put it on. I need to put it on first.
Here without that, man.
You just beat me to it.
Yes. Let me put the condom on first. Hold on. Don't play it till I put the condom, please.
Salute to Charles Johnson in the the super chat. Appreciate the love. He says, "What up, Brune and Bach in the panel? Salute."
Yes, sir, Charles.
Much love.
How you doing, brother?
Yeah,
man. And brother Frank, his son, the whole family, all that posse out there. Yes, sir, man. Bless up to all y'all brothers.
Yes, sir.
Money and magic, XXX. Hold up, honey. No, I'm not your hoe or housewife. What you thought this is? It's not personal, it's business. When you see me, I be fancy underneath it. I be nasty, sharing lace off in my panties. Easy access, ain't no scamming. Got me choking while I'm slurping love potion. From the back type, busted wide open. Got some B-cup titties in a bubble butt. Made his dick hard as shit. All I heard him scream was fuck. Give it to me, bear. Pulling on my motherfucking hair. Pretty pussy pink. Knock it out. Put that ass to sleep. Got his wood all in my back. Come in my stomach with all of them racks. Make his dickhead split up cash. Huh? Now give it to me like you want some more. No Tatiana, that's that bottom shelf quality type of hoe. Taste this pussy, you'll eat something that you never had. Put that chain around my neck and choke me till I'm brain dead. Then throw me all of them bands and cash it out to my OnlyFans.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
oh
Yeah,
my
just
God.
2 fingers. That's just one
Hey,
put 2
I love
fingers.
it.
Schoolboy, lean back.
Oh,
God, the mighty knows. I need a rag. I need a
I'm
rag.
tired. I'm tired.
Yeah, man. Well, I want to thank y'all for such a great show. This is a great show.
Yeah, they're good.
Yes, it was.
Salute to the chat. Thank y'all for the questions. Ram, why don't you go ahead and give us a quick disclaimer, brother?
Wait a minute, hold up. But before that, hold on, brother. 78. You. I don't think Sunday you're gonna be there for Super Bowl.
Yes,
Sunday
sir.
next. Okay, you might want to tell them.
I was gonna say that. We're not gonna be here next Sunday because it's Super Bowl, so we're gonna take that Sunday off. We'll be back the following Sunday to continue the game dog talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we don't want to disrupt y'all Super Bowl weekend. We know you're gonna be drunk watching football, so we're gonna give you a break. But welcome down, Ram. Give us this quick disclaimer.
as always, none of this shit is intended for, nor should it be used towards any illegal purposes or activities. If you is using it for that, fuck you, you a bitch. You don't listen, you can get what you get. You tell on me, I'm gonna stab you. Every time I see the yard open, expect to stab it. Other than that, it's the weekend be great tomorrow, man. Fuck bitches, get money, literally. You know, get to the bag on Sunday. Don't be out there drinking and driving. And if your team lose, don't whoop your wife because you're going to jail. You don't want to go to no Super Bowl Sunday. You feel me? It's always a pleasure being up here with all 3 of the OGs and my brother 7-8, man. We do what it do. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
Much love.
And make
Peace
sure
out.
if y'all got dogs or pets, pets, period, that you want to transport, make sure you hit up Only in America Kennels Pet Transportation Service, and the numbers on the screen.
Will y'all ship an alligator for me? I want another alligator. This is my last one.
I think we shipping alligators. We shipping alligators.
Hell yeah. See if my boy still got him out there then, man. I might be throwing one in the van.
If you got them, call the number, you dig? And if you need to get your dogs registered, make sure you register your dogs with Schoolboy, Mr. Richard Garcia's Dogs Registry Company. Going across the bottom of the screen right now. Do that. The links to all of that stuff is in the description. And we will see y'all next Sunday. The following Sunday after the Super Bowl. Salute.
And real quick too, Kev, just even for the people with the transfer. Most likely, you can catch up with me on Only in America Kennels on Instagram. Boom, what's yours on Instagram?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I don't know how to do that shit. Y'all know.
Man, look, I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. We're gonna get that squared away.
He's already up there. I think it's under his name. I think it might be up under your real name. I think you put it under James.
Yeah, stop doing that, OG. You gotta use your alias.
Y'all know I don't know nothing about this shit. Y'all gotta help me,
back
man.
in the day when niggas ain't gonna tell on you if they know your real name.
And Richard Garcia is also up there on Instagram under his name.
Yeah, you know, G crazy.
I don't know.
Hey,
I'm like Boone. I don't know how to do that stuff either, man. School Baby does all that, you know.
Oh my God, not School Baby.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, did you see our interview?
No, you got to send it to me.
It's on his page. Y'all seen it?
Is it?
On the,
I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off.
Why? Why?
Because schoolboy daughter fine than a motherfucker, man.
Schoolgirl looked too beautiful. I had to turn it off. I said, I'm not
Hell
watching.
But
yeah,
that means
that's why.
I'm
I see
that
she
mean
was
I'm
on
gonna do
there and we
reruns.
watch it. Nigga, I was like,
I'm
nah,
looking at
man.
reruns.
I had to turn
I
it off.
respect
I'm not watching
OG.
this no
You
more.
feel me? Yeah, man. That's just feel kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, it made me feel
Ain't
weird.
nothing weird about being physically attracted to the females. Ain't nothing
Yeah, I
weird
know
about it.
that.
I don't
That
care whose
OG
daughter.
Carter, man. That can't be things like that, man.
Yeah, I turned it off. I turned my shit off.
Sneaking in the inbox.
Hey, much respect, guys. I get
I
you.
listened
I
to the
hear
first
you.
10 minutes and I turned it off.
I'm not respectful when my love for the female anatomy and woman is going to be. I'm looking harder than a motherfucker. I might look at it with 3D glasses on. I'm going up there and look at it.
Yeah, check it out. It's up there.
Yeah, no, school baby fine than a motherfucker, man. Schoolboy was seducing over there.
I ain't gonna lie. My baby's
look here.
pretty, man. Thanks to her
Hey,
mom.
Bob.
Yes. Yeah.
A schoolboy gonna have a Tyrone Jr. Valkyrie Tyrone Jr. He gonna have a Boom, Big Stone.
Tyrone cross.
Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.
Yeah, she's used to it, man. She gets it. She gets that stuff all the time. She know how to handle herself.
That's right.
She's good.
I just be from afar. I'm just from afar.
There you go.
That's all.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta look at it like this. Whenever you so-called lust after someone's a girl, whatever, it's someone's daughter, man. It's
that's right.
That's right.
Just call me thirsty, goddammit. Hey, let me just say this.
Look here. Hey. I got so much respect for Schoolboy. As soon as I start feeling a certain type of way, I cut that shit off. I say I can't do it.
Much love, brother.
If you can have Tay-Tay come up here with that beautiful ass fucking voice she came up with.
Tay-Tay, that's my brown sugar. I'm doing y'all a favor.
Okay, well, goddamn it, hey. If I showed her the respect, and you got Boone going on putting the three-piece suit, I seen Boone fucking combing his hair and all that shit, man.
Boone did some push-ups, put a white beater on.
Let me say this. Okay, look. I remember one time, at the church, the one of the brothers came in. He said, "Man, guess what?" I said, "What?" "Man, the preacher fucking her, man." I said, "That's good, man." He said, "Man, no." I said, "Man, I'm glad he ain't fucking no punks."
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
People get mad at the preacher. And he having sex with women. Don't get mad at the preacher.
Hey, you sure that wasn't my woman he was fucking Boone? It might have been my woman. You sure? Okay, I'm just checking.
But I'm just saying, don't be mad at the preacher. You know what I'm saying? Be glad he wasn't, because look at, we done seen on national TV, them Catholic brothers having sex with little boys. And, so in my mind, you remember when they had this big thing, oh yeah, we're gonna have this. So I'm thinking this man going to jail. Well, shit, I ain't heard, did he go to jail? What happened?
That nigga went to a different church.
That's what man. What kind of shit? I don't understand.
That's what they do. They move them.
I don't understand.
In the world we live, but we back on conspiracy lane, y'all. We gotta get up out of here.
Yeah.
Well, salute to y'all.
Okay.
We'll see y'all.
Hey, much love to the panel. I'm sorry. Much love to the chat room as always. We got the awesome chat room, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks, guys.
We will not be back on the 12th. We will be back on the 19th of February, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure y'all here on the 19th of February. We're going to have a great show for you. Salute.
Some of y'all might be single after the 14th, but we'll be here for you.
Absolutely.
Y'all hit the views. You hit the views and the likes. Y'all got to like us up, man, because we like y'all. We love y'all. Y'all got to hit us up, man. I don't care if one person hit it 100 times. Look, if each individual hit it 100 times, we'll have probably about what?
No,
maybe
we're going to hit it once.
I think it back on. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. If you're in the building listening, hit the thumbs up. We up out of here, y'all.
All right, then. There you go.
Peace.